America prepares. All America alters its pattern of life and work to meet the demand for protection. Industry is a double step to supply the sinews of safety, the armaments of war that an embattled world must have if democracy is to survive. Mechanical genius joins with the muscle of millions of men, working to win for the ways of freedom. Freedom to think, to speak, to rise, live, and plan with one's fellow man. America's vast resources are harnessed to the job of being the world arsenal for this and other democracies. Its present-day production of armaments is but a mere fraction of the great job that lies ahead. The flow of production in plant and shipyard gains speed. Vessels of all types, carriers, merchantmen, submarines, slip off the ways in growing numbers.
And welcome back to Delta Green. I think, yep, it's been revealed at this point. You are under the oversight operation Theater Critic, but this operation is called Flexner. So last time, our intrepid agents stole their way into Poland and masqueraded into a small little town. They were getting various reports that Teresia Sitz, aka Artz, was stationed here, and that there was a current German project going on here in Poland that was the forced relocation and extermination of the Polish people and the resettlement of the German population in the area. You, masquerading yourselves as German natural citizens, came in and began investigating around, and most of the population was German, but something that threw you all half of you for a loop was your old friend showing up, who you're pretty sure died on your first mission out. And it's at this point here that things started coming off the rails slowly and surely, but you do, as you all reconvene to figure out what's going on in the forest, you were all immediately greeted with this sound. That begins to play there. So we're going to pick up from there as night begins to fall. You start to hear the sound coming in from the forest, coming in through the in between the buildings down the city streets, and you start to hear people in neighboring houses let out a small muffled scream and then go quiet as they dim their lights. So since you are all gathered here now, what do you do?
I think our plan was we were going in the forest, right?
You were going in the forest,
yes.
But before we took off there, you are all stationed in the house.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out, because it was looking like people might be staying in, whether it was worth... Wasn't that what we talked about? Whether it was worth staying for one night just to make us look a bit less abnormal? Or were we going to just try and sneak right out?
I thought the last thing we had said was that if we have been made, then now is our time before defenses shore up or Artz flees.
Yeah.
And the other thing that Herr Doctor would say, because he's a mean one like that, he would say, if whatever is in the forest frightens these German assholes, then it might be good for us.
I suppose you might be right on that. I don't know what it is, if it's dangerous. But we can sure as shit know they won't be coming to mess with us.
Well, is it just like the German citizens are hiding, or is it like the military types as well?
Are you looking out on the street?
I guess so, yeah.
Okay. What you see outside is, with your alertness, I believe yours is pretty high, isn't it, Howard?
It is.
So.
Yes, you are at 85. Yeah, so what you do see out there is you see the entirety of the city streets cleared, but you do see the same individuals that you saw before, as well as Graham, all standing in the middle, as there appears to be torch light or lantern light coming down the center part of town.
Like
Not
it's
where you're at, but like there's a street over this direction,
yeah.
and it's coming down that way.
So it's moving. So it's
It
like
is
they're-
moving closer.
Okay. Looks like they're patrolling town or moving somewhere. If we want to go, it might be best to go now.
Alright, I think you're both alright. Let's go. Quick. Let's just hope they don't spot us and he seems to kinda really just take a couple of breaths real quick. Let's do this.
Yeah, stay low. Follow me.
Well, maybe we get lucky and find the Polish underground people.
Perhaps. That would be good. I just have some kind of sour feeling about this.
Yeah. And Howard is gonna kind of like creep open the front door, like check that the coast is momentarily clear, and then start trying to sneak towards the forest.
As you look out and make sure that there is no one patrolling, you do see that once again those for certain 4 individuals as well as Graham are all stationary waiting in that intersection of the street, but they do not appear to be moving around at all. The lantern light appears to be getting brighter and the music appears to be getting louder as well, but you're able to slip away into the forest.
Oh, so the 4 people that we found were not happy to have to eat food and drink food. Those are the 4 just readily waiting outside?
Correct.
Oof, so whatever might be approaching is on their side, meaning no bueno.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Danish can't be fooled into giving things away, damn it.
I appreciate the hustle.
Dang it.
Gotta
Next
respect
time.
the hustle.
yeah, Irving kind of looks at the others. Fuck, what do we do?
So
Yeah, I'm curious what that is, but I'm also frightened.
well, it's gotta be checked out.
What if it, here is a wild theory, what if it is Artz coming in to give them their nightly undead juice so they can keep going?
Who knows?
Then we kill Artz.
Yes, what I'm saying is we can either stay here and try and observe what's happening in town, or we can withdraw into the forest.
I see what you mean. Fuck. I think my vote's to stick with our guns for now. Let's go to the forest.
Yeah, maybe if we check out what's in the forest fast enough, we can get back in time.
Sure. I am inside, as they say in English.
I don't think that's
What?
a phrase.
Aye.
That's okay.
Out of character, if that's a phrase, I definitely don't know it.
No, it isn't. He's just butchering them in.
Okay.
Amazing.
Yeah, so
Irving's got his rifle
we're gonna-
ready, obviously.
we're gonna start moving through the forest.
Yeah.
Okay. So then I need a group stealth check, please.
I would happily give you a group stealth check.
All right.
You know what else I would love to happily do?
What's that?
Give you a song.
Oh, please sing me
Oh
a
my
song.
gosh.
We're creeping through the forest while creepy music is playing. We're gonna find the origin. Don't kill me, Danish.
Okay, if you get your
I don't know if that'll save you, but
I mean, you'll get
It'll
your
help
quest
with the
in.
stealth.
Oh, no!
No!
oh god,
Oh boy!
I knew there
So-
was that gut feeling that something was about to go wrong.
Oh no! So as you all begin to make your way out, You're not exactly familiar with the surrounding territory or land quite yet. As you begin to make your way around the fence in front here, you step on one of the slats of the fence is to the side. You step on that, and just for a moment, right when there is a break in the music, there's this resounding crack as you break this board in two. The music at that point stops.
Like all
Like
of it?
entirely?
Yep.
Like forest and town? Oh no.
And as you kind of look around to see if that was heard, you look back and you see all 4 of the villagers and Graham looking down towards you.
Are we like undercover in any regard, or are we like entirely in the open when this happens?
It's dusk, so there's the shadows being cast by the forest as well as any trees or any other things that are in your yard, but you got maybe like 10 feet from your front door.
We are running and trying to break line of sight.
Okay, give me an athletics check, please.
That might be good. I mean, because I assume we've kind of covered up a bit, right? Like we're in not whatever we were wearing during the day.
Oh, thank God.
Hey, all right.
I mean, hopefully they won't recognize us, maybe think we're someone coming from a different place. If we're, like, miraculously lucky. Do mine. Hey!
Alright, with the critical, you can help the doctor succeed as you begin scrambling your way into the forest. And
I think it makes sense, because initially I would have roleplayed that her doctor tries to just pretend that he's going about his business, right? So he wasn't starting to run at all. Until Howard potentially goes like, fucking run! And he's like, oh, okay.
Howard just like grabs you.
Yeah, hopefully as long as they just see a blur going around.
He just was out of sync
house.
with what the group was doing. He thought we're just gonna pretend to belong. And the other two are going like, we're running! And he just that went over his head completely. Yeah.
As you break line of cover and weave your way in between the tall trees of the forest itself, you're immediately greeted with the sound of a running brook it has carved a slight pathway in the land itself. As you are running about, you look back, and with everyone's alertness, you do not see them pursuing you. You see some silhouettes on the edge of town, but they quickly go back to their position as the music begins to start again.
The music in the forest as well, too, right?
No, it came out of the forest.
Oh, okay.
So it came out of the forest, moved into town. Would it seem like, based on that they were carrying some kind of device to produce the sound?
That's possible.
I have the sinking feeling that what we did last time was go towards the music and stop the ritual, and this time we're going away from it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
As we get out here, does it seem like... I think Irving's going to be looking for tracks to try and figure out, if that's the case, like, where did they come from? On our way out here, like, figure out if there's been any, like, consistent traffic or obvious traffic from the town to the forest.
That's a good idea.
Like a forest lab.
Okay. Go ahead. You can give me an alertness check or a survival check.
I think my alertness is probably going to be better. Oh my god, it's much better. He's perceptive.
Hey,
so perceptive.
Nice.
All right, with a 10. It takes you a while, but you are able to kind of make your way over to the direction that the sound, the music originally came from, and you do see these wagon rivets that have worn themselves into the ground. or wagon tracks that have worn themselves into the ground.
Like it. By wagon, you mean like clearly too thin to be normal wheels, right?
Correct.
Okay. So definitely like some kind of wooden or metal indent of that like kind of thin bar-like look. Okay. And Irving will kind of be there, and like he said, it took a while. So he's probably been like going up and down, kind of in a zigzag along the edge of the forest until we come to this point. I don't know if the others are like doing anything different while he is finding that, or. But once he does, I mean, you'll call him over.
Yeah, I think while you're looking that way, the only other thing Howard may be doing is looking back towards the town and seeing if he can see anything significant of what's going on over there.
Sure, go ahead and give me an alertness check.
I would love to give you an alertness check.
Okay, so as you look into town itself, you can see the vast and large silhouette of some kind of... It's difficult to tell from the distance, but given what Irving has just confirmed, you were thinking that it might be some kind... Well, I guess Irving didn't say that out loud.
Oh, yeah, he would have, like, shown him.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's fine.
Specified that. Yeah.
I misunderstood, so that's on me. But you do kind of think that it looks like a wagon, but it's fairly large. There appears to be 4 other individuals that have come along, and there is a figure that is sitting towards the front as well. But it is, like I said, dusk, so everything is kind of silhouetted and it's difficult to make out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You do see them begin to fan out throughout the town.
All 8 of them, or 9 of them, or...
Yes. Well, not 9. The one that's sitting towards the front of the carriage is still sitting there, and you can still hear the faint music wafting towards you over the wind.
Okay. Hey, so it looks like there's 8 of them searching the town.
Searching the town, like just checking doors and such, or...
I can't quite tell. One of them's still kind of hanging at the carriage. Is that noise, Danish, coming from the town?
Yes.
Okay. Listen. And he kind of like quiets down for a second, and maybe as everything quiets and Howard's kind of like pointing out when sounds are being made, you guys are hearing wood being broken and some screams just kind of like echoing into the sky. So maybe we can deduce that maybe they're breaking down doors and like taking people.
Yeah.
It could be the houses
Sounds
with
like
the marker on it.
Perhaps, or anything, but it could be either, obviously.
Yeah.
I think
But
what we
I-
need to do, though, is get towards these tracks, because I have a feeling they'll be coming back this way.
The smell is also stronger here, as I had said. It seems the deeper we go into the forest, the more this embalming smell is getting strong. So I assume maybe the town is a test site, and there is some laboratorium in the forest.
I have a bad feeling you're spot on.
We could get ahead of these tracks, perhaps. Maybe find the laboratory less full while the carriage is out.
I
Let's
think
move quick.
that's a good idea.
Let's go then. You don't want me to go first?
Yeah.
Lead the way. I'll be right after. Let's gun it.
Howard just kind of nods and he grips his gun a little tighter as he starts following these tracks that Irvine has pointed out.
Okay. You will get a +10 for your survival check on the following of the tracks there, but I will need a survival check for this, please.
I think if it's cool, well, or not Irving, well, Howard's kind of leading the way with this. Irving will kind of be on Overwatch, making sure that there's no one that might flank us or come up on the sides.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Can I post roll sing another song?
You know what? I never let it be said that I'm not generous. You can go ahead and do that.
You're very generous, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh wait, actually it was plus 10%, right?
It was plus 10, yes.
Oh, so then I passed anyway.
Okay.
No song for you.
Well, damn. So
I'll sing you another song sometime this session, I'm sure.
Perfect. So as you traverse the forest itself, following along this well-worn path, at this point, the wagon tracks themselves appear to be well traveled into the earth itself, creating fairly deep divot. The smell of the embalming chemicals becomes stronger and stronger as you go deeper and deeper into the forest. And as you get up to the next area, you can see that the pathway itself begins to become more narrow and surrounded on both sides with rocks. At this point, the music itself is just barely heard in between the echoing of the trees.
Man. So, based on... I don't think Irving will make it, but... Based on how cemented in these tracks are, like you said... could he try and get an idea of how long this has been like this? Like, how long this has been happening?
Let me see here. You can...
Because it sounds like the path's pretty well established, but I don't know if it's...
From what you can see, it appears to be well established, but there are... You could give me a drive skill in place of a forensics check, because you have 0 in forensics.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. I will give it a go. Oh,
or
my
even
gosh.
a search.
Well, apparently drive is the thing to go for.
Critical. Okay, nice. This has been going on for... Okay, so... Yeah, this has been going on for at least a year.
Yeah, and as they head down the path, you guys would see Irving kind of checking the sides of the path and looking at the marks from the wheels and the points where it's very clear that they're on, like, I assume, like a pretty directly similar path every single time, like with very few deviations and stuff. And as he goes along, it's clear he's paying a lot of attention to all this. You know, I got a feeling this has been going on for quite a while. I'd say, I don't know, months, quite a few, maybe a year even. Maybe
Yeah,
more.
she has been working on this for a long time.
So you think she's been bolted down here? Proper. Perhaps I misunderstood. I thought she was out and about as one of the kind of leading folk.
No, I think the intel was that she has been working from here for a long time, trying to improve her methods.
All right then, interesting. Well, this is definitely the place. I think we got it pinned down. I don't know. We have to be ready for a fight here. Do you think? I hate to ask, but do you think they'll go down in one, or do you think they'll be like the Tin Man?
Well, I don't know. The Tin Men are truly otherworldly. But look, I'm a pragmatic man. If you want to shoot a Tin Man, you shoot him. If you want to shoot one of these people, you shoot them. So because the method is the same, I don't think there's a problem.
I suppose so.
In both cases, you would just keep shooting them.
Yeah, fair enough. He's sitting there watching. I wonder how many folks they've done something to. It's clear
don't-
they've had.
Don't worry about the poor victims.
I mean,
Lots of them are probably also just Polish people, you know? And it sort of shows what kind of asshole, like, Herr Doctor
Shit.
is under his veneer.
fucking hell. Brutal. Yeah, he looks a bit kind of perturbed. Regardless of how many, they certainly have them coming along. You can see it's a bit worn in there, but I mean, there's certainly tracks from boots. They have an escort alongside, on foot.
Well, if we have the time, maybe you could scout the immediate the base. Actually, I might be getting ahead of myself. Do we have any idea if there is like a hovel, a bunker, a base, a house, a lab?
The
I think
tracks
that's
do
what we're
continue
kinda
on.
headed towards.
Oh, so we're not there yet.
No.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
heading along the road,
Okay.
kind of discussing. I think basically.
Yeah.
But I mean that's pretty much what.
Yeah,
Irving
Doctor
had
would just
said.
say, just look for the person with the mask, and probably a woman.
That's right. They do enjoy their masks, don't they?
All of them so far had them. So if there's an abundance, a target wealthy environment, I think you call it. If that is the case, that just kill Artz, and then perhaps maybe we have to run away. We will see.
You know, that's. And Irving kind of he's still walking, but he puts a hand to his chin and pauses for a moment to think about it. That is actually kind of a good point. They've all had these masks there, but I think each was a bit different than last, right? Do you think there might be some kind of deeper meaning to who has what kind of mask or something?
Absolutely, and I highly recommend you stop thinking about that immediately.
Why?
It will hurt your brain.
Yeah, he looks like a little bit like offended almost. Like, what do you mean I'm gonna hurt my brain thinking about it? But also at the same time, kind of like he's actually right. And so he
Yeah. You don't see any condescension.
Yeah, he furrows his brow a bit in thought, but that's pretty much the gist of it.
Yep.
So, do you continue on?
Yes.
Once
Okay.
more into the breach.
Yeah.
So, as you continue on, you do end up coming to another area. The difference between the two areas is almost immediate and stark, whereas the area that you were in before, whoops, Thaddeus can just be off to the side there. I put El Doctor in here. There we go. The area that you're walking into now, the trees are more present and they're more dense, but there is this thick, pervasive fog that encompasses the land. The wagon tracks continue into the distance, into the myth themselves, but the overwhelming stench of embalming chemicals fills your nostrils with every step that you take. The fog becomes dense, and there's something else. There's almost like this sudden drop in elevation in the pit of your stomach, but it's faint. It's not entirely present.
Any chance that because I'm pretty good with chemistry, I could, even if it's just, you put brook water on a piece of cloth and put that around your nose and mouth, or something like that, right? Or one of them has alcohol with them and we could use that too. Because he, at least the doctor would be increasingly concerned that this is not just fog, but could be some sort of gas, weaponized gas.
Sure.
And I don't think we brought. I mean, sorry. Of course, we just put our gas masks on, Danish. Of course, we brought those. What was I thinking?
Yes, you're able to find some various clothes, and since the doctor is with you, he takes out some bandages, and the stream, and let's just say from your watering canteens, you're able to gather some water and create a semi-effective filter.
Nice.
Nice. What's the skill to lie in this system?
Persuade.
Persuade. So he's horrible at that. So initially he tries to lie and say, "Well, you have to pee on it to neutralize the chemicals in the air." But it's very obvious, like, because he can't help snickering. It's very obvious that he's just not. Yeah. And after a few seconds, he's like, "Okay, that was a joke."
I have a feeling it might be.
But yeah, he's as a character, he's a bit awkward.
Yeah, you're real good at jokes. So
Dankeschön.
what exactly do we actually need to put on these?
Well,
But ideally, and he tells you like something like, ideally we would use tetrahydrochlide ethanol, right? Like some chemical that he thinks is the best to neutralize sort of a broad range of chemicals that are used in the war.
Mm-hmm.
But he said, but in the absence of that, the any other liquid is water. I guess it's not great, but look, even if I can give you a 5% extra chance not to get knocked out, that is 5% extra.
Are you sure
Yeah.
water around here is going to be safe? If we've...
Well, I imagine we've got like canteens or something.
Yeah,
right?
because he said we use the canteen water. Yeah.
That works.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we get that all set up.
Sweet. Alright, as far as I'm rolling.
Okay, and as you continue further on, that sinking feeling in your stomach quickly passes, and you're immediately aware of your body being dense but light. It's a very bizarre feeling as you move into the next part of the forest. And in this part, whoops.
Oh my.
Never mind, we didn't see anything.
No, you didn't say anything.
I was gonna ask, do we see any Polish refugees as we were supposed to?
You can give me an alertness check to see if they've been in the area.
Oh shit, okay.
Do I
Irving's
see any demons in the...
You see no surprise demons.
Should we all be rolling this alertness or
You
just...
certainly can.
I think it was something we were expecting to find, right? Is these
Yeah.
Polish people, and so I'm sure we would look around.
Irving's
Sure.
definitely like... We've got solid tracks now for this, so now he's starting to kind of watch the terrain around the route to see if anyone else has crossed over it, shit like that. See if anyone's intercepted it, even maybe. That's actually a good point. You never know, because if they are actually active, there might be signs of something. If they fought or anything like that, even. Although I think our understanding was that they're pretty quiet about how they do things. Very, very guerrilla, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Howard kind of like slows down and starts looking around. Do you all hear that?
What? My heavy labored breathing?
I assume I probably noticed something as well, or?
Yep, I am finishing up
Oh,
yours here.
No, listen. And he starts like trying to get them to hear what he's hearing. I don't know if they actually do hear what he's hearing.
I'm
He
just
puts his hand to his ears to sort of make the ears bigger.
Since Howard has brought it up, you all can hear the definite signs and sounds of the gears ticking.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
So that's what I was hearing as well, then.
I'm finishing yours here.
Oh,
I think that was near the mountain the last time, wasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, we heard them in the mountain.
Yeah. Bad Time Mountain. Not
It's
good.
just her doctor's old bones creaking.
Man, the fucking... I'm really curious now how that ends up, a bad feeling about this. Maybe it's this foggy forest. It's almost got a creepy, demonic look to it. But yeah, Irving would be trying to listen.
There.
Oh.
So yes, all of you can hear the sounds of the gear work as it begins to shift and turn and clack around.
You guys see Irving kind of stop in his tracks. I don't know. It'd probably be like you guys keep going a few steps and realize, and he looks down, and he's not looking towards either of you or off in the distance or anything. He's looking at this. He's looking at the ground, like this being pretty much at the same time that you were mentioning. Like, listen, it's like, I think you might be right that something's. And you see him kind of reaching down towards the soil. He kind of begins to scritch away at the dirt. I think something's off here. Again. And what is he like? Is there anything there? Or?
Yeah, as you begin to clear away the soil itself, you're surprised at how easily and quickly the topsoil removes itself with just the merest brush of your hand. But underneath there appears to be a metal or a metallic plate.
And he kind of, it's very clear as he does this to you all, and he kind of just looks to you both.
Does it look like Kruppstahl? Like, as in, like, would her doctor recognize it as sort of the color of standard Nazi steel used for bunkers and shit?
No. You have seen this metal before.
Where?
All of us, or the doctor specifically?
All of you.
The spooky mountain. Wasn't there weird metal?
Yeah.
Oof. Like what was in the weird, like, big ceremonial chamber and shit, right?
Yeah, so everyone roll me sand, please.
God
But we've
damn
seen it before, and it's just metal. What's wrong with this metal?
Why would that be... Like this is a plate that goes on, right? It's not like a piece of metal that had, like, fallen off of something, right? This is like a floor under the forest floor, right? Basically.
Yeah.
Do you keep brushing?
Yeah, he'd kind of check.
Okay.
What he'd do, he'd probably take his combat knife and kind of run it along the soil and kind of see how far he goes with a little, just a tap into the soil, if it just keeps going or what. Because I imagine, is it like a couple inches down, the metal?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he'll just tap the knife down in to see if he gets a tink every few inches.
Oh, yeah.
And it just
So it's a massive plate.
And, so it's 0 if you succeeded, 1 and unnatural if you failed. It's weird, but, like, you can justify it. It's just, hey, there's just this weird freaky plate buried under the ground here. It's
Do I
fine.
lose extra because I fumbled, or no?
No.
Okay, bless.
No, I
Yeah,
thought it
Irving
was
looks
just
more confused than
just a
anything.
lab. This is part of the lab, clearly. Maybe it is the ceiling of some underground bunker.
It has to be, right? It's just odd. It must be that.
A lot of fucking things are very odd, but let's just focus on finding Artz, yeah? Woman with a mask, put a bullet in her face.
But I hate to break the news, but the floor's not old. Have you noticed the way the trees are a bit? If a lot of the fighting I've done has been kind of all around, and I've never seen trees so... I don't know how to put it. It's... The branches are just... The angles are all wrong. And they're too pristine, almost. Unusual.
Well, look, I've read a lot of grim stories as a kid, so I'm obviously not as impacted as you are, but again, whether it is metal under your feet or the trees above your head, if it's not a female human with a mask on, please don't focus on it. Let's just find the female with a mask on and put a bullet to her face.
I guess so. I'm just concerned they may be...
I am very concerned as well. However, my therapist said to focus on the things that we have control over. And I have control over my feet, and I would like to use them to find the woman with the mask on and...
Alright,
Put a
alright.
bullet in her head.
Thank you, Mr. Howard.
Yeah. He's kind of like holding his head a little bit as if he has a headache. Yeah, maybe it's best that we move on.
Can you hear that clanging? Damn it.
I do.
Yes, and what's more disturbing is that perhaps it is not actually a sound vibration in the air, but in our heads.
Yeah, I don't want to think
Exactly.
about that too much.
Yeah.
Alright,
But
let's
last
go.
time it helped us find a woman with a mask on her face.
See, that's what I mean. And I don't want to be like that, but I mean...
If
this
we
whole
now
place
have...
has some kind of threat to it? I just feel like we should be on guard.
Yes, of course. You are a soldier, you should consider this behind enemy lines. You should be always very on guard.
Well, I don't know. Just keep the terrain in mind, I suppose. Something's... in fact, Irving's gonna kind of look around. Does it seem like there could be any... This place seems very unnatural. Does it seem like there could be any kind of surveillance or like very obvious or kind of specifically hidden anything around here?
Like demons.
Just like...
No, but Nazi guards, for example, or marionettes. As a simple example of things we've seen before.
Yeah. Danish, you're muted.
Is that what...
Sorry about that.
It is unsettling. Well done.
Thanks.
Oh my.
Yeah, that is a good question there. You can go ahead and give me an alertness check, Irving.
Alright. Ooh.
Okay, so I did send you a message before that with your knife stabbing in the ground there.
Oh.
Just clarification. But as you look around, you do not see anything mechanical or human, given what you've seen isn't the right word. But there appears to be no active surveillance that could be in this area. It appears that Artz, whoever she is very overconfident, and the doctor could confirm with that. But you do see the tracks continuing further into the forest itself.
Yeah, you guys see Irving kind of take a look at the ground again, and he's kind of messing with that, kind of tapping the knife to the metal there. And he's looking at the plants there, and he kind of looks to you guys again. I think this whole place is... I mean, it's like it's built, almost. The plants don't have roots. And he'll kind of air quotes uproot if he can. Just like a simple small plant. That would have
Give me a strength check.
oh my. Well, he's not, I mean, he's not super strong, but he's not unstrong. Ooh.
What's surprising to you is the amount of effort that it takes, and everyone watching you do this is also somewhat taken aback by the fact that you have to actually brace and use both hands to rip it out. There is this keening noise that bounces off of the trees itself, of this metal on metal scraping, but you were able to pull it out. And just as Irving has said, that the root structure of the plant itself is non-existent. Instead, there is a metal rod, as well as what appears to be a smaller metal rod, and it looks like something that is broken on the bottom.
Ooh, I'm sure her doctor can figure out what's going on there.
Yeah, Irving's gonna pass it to him. I don't know if you
Could be
want to-
mechanical, electric,
Sure, give me a...
or chemistry or math related.
Yeah, you
those.
can give me a chemistry or just a general science check.
Sure. General science. Great success.
Hell yeah! There
Okay,
you
roll
go.
me sand, please.
Yay!
Sorry, I love how he's like, let's just go and not interact with this. It's bad for our head. And Irvin's
Quick,
like, I
Raz,
hate
sing
you.
a song.
It is 2.
Ouch.
2 and unnatural, because as you begin to look at the plant itself, and it just appears to be some simple ivy that's coming out of the ground, what is upsetting to you, because granted you've seen impossible things before, but this really just, this doesn't work. This shouldn't work. The top is plant.
Yeah.
The top is 100% plant.
Yeah.
The bottom is metallic. There is no straw or any tube system that would feed any type of nutrients into the plant itself. It is a perfect and imperfect fusion. Like, you can see that there's a direct line, a direct delineation between the plant part and the metal part. This plant should not be growing here.
Oh my god, yeah, think how hard or how tough the plant fibers would have to be able to connect up to the metal and have it not rip when he was yanking on it. Oh my god, that's weird.
Yeah, so her doctor like looks at it and then shakes his head a little and does the, like, you know, when someone loudly breathes in through their nose because they're angry.
Well,
And then he sort of he throws it to the ground and he points a finger, like a shaking old man, you know, not straight finger, at Irving and says, you did it again. Not a woman. There's no mask here. I have a goddamn headache now. This is bullshit.
I'm sorry. Can it be of any use? I don't know.
No! No! It can't unless it puts a fucking bullet through her face! Do you not hear me?
Fine. Let's get moving then. Alright, sorry.
Dankeschön.
Fucking shit. Irving just stumbles into the crazy and then it falls onto everyone else but him.
Yeah, because he's 1 point from a breaking point now.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yep.
I didn't expect it to hit.
That's
doctor.
okay. No, that's okay. But
Oh
he
my
was, I mean,
God.
you pulled something scientific, right? So he
Nuts,
just had
though.
to know. He was like, oh man, maybe this is a cool
Yeah.
plant. Yeah, but then, yeah, bad instinct.
Holy shit.
yeah. Howard is just following the tracks, trying not to pay attention.
Howard,
to what they're
Howard's
doing.
trying not to think about it.
Fuck this, I'm out of here.
It's like you guys are just inviting trouble on yourselves.
Oh my god.
Okay, so do you continue on?
Heroically.
Okay, let me make sure that there's
Without
nothing
thinking about metal plants that aren't metal.
on
That's right.
this next
Except where they
screen
are.
here. So as you continue into the forest itself, the smoke and greenish, yellowish haze begins to clear up until you find yourself in an area that is completely devoid of life. The plant life itself, the trees, they appear to be withered and dead. There are no leaves on top. You can see the leaf fall around there, but you're in the middle of spring, early summer. These should be budding. These should be green. The ever-pervasive smell of embalming chemicals is present.
Can we see the forest as it was behind us, or is it just like this everywhere now?
It is a transition.
Okay, cool. So it is like obvious and smooth, and it's not like just suddenly like now we're in this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Irving kind of looks around and looks to you guys. His eyes are a little bit wide, and you know the first thing this makes me think of, right?
Is it a woman? Does it have a mask? Is there violence involved?
You're right. Let's not. Oh, fuck. Curiosity kills the cat, doesn't it? Alright, let's keep moving then.
All right, and as you continue on and begin making your way to the next area,
He wants to bring it up. So
I really don't want to shut all this stuff off, but it's what I imagine his therapist keeps telling him is to just like
We're
stop
almost
his scientific
crazy.
mind. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, please stop talking about how ridiculous all of this is. I know. I'm
Yeah.
trying not to think about it.
Yes, I'm not trying to be a party pooper to Danish or
No,
or
no,
you
no,
at all.
no, I
I'm just trying to
No.
roleplay that Herr Doctor is trying to actually for the first time do what the therapist said.
Don't worry, I will bring it to you. It will
Nice.
happen.
Nice.
Let's, it's all good, so, let's just have some fun here.
Yep.
Don't. So as you continue along the path to the next area, you all begin to hear, because your alertnesses are pretty high,
Oh shit.
the sounds of music echoing in the background, echoing off the trees.
Do you have you
Different?
guys seen what is the name of it? The Ritual?
No.
I think it is.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like a group of like 4 dudes up in. I think it's Finnish wilderness.
Oh yes, I saw that.
Yeah, I think we talked about that at one point. This is totally giving me those kind of fucking vibes. Ugh.
Howard is
Let's get
just
it.
nose to the ground, still following those tracks.
God, yeah.
But it's not like we're getting caught by the cart returning in our backs or something, right?
The music is getting louder.
But what I mean is,
Oh.
Does it sound
Like
like it's
from-
coming from behind us?
Correct.
Oh.
so they might be catching up to us.
Yeah, Irving.
Is there any way that we could? Sorry, let's actually roleplay this. Herr Doctor would say, I think we might be getting caught from behind. Is there any way we could break one of these trees and block the path? But make it look like it was natural. If they're dead trees, they should be easy to break.
I think I'll remind you how the plants are here. They're metal.
I'm not interested in touching anything, but maybe we could try to
Delay tactic,
hide
you know.
somewhere.
Something.
Do you want to let them pass?
Well,
I was hoping to get to the lab before they returned.
I don't think that's happening now.
maybe we could
Okay.
just ambush them.
I mean,
Okay.
the fog. Do you think we might
I've-
be able to get enough distance?
I follow your lead. We can hide behind trees, and if you want to ambush the actual the caravan or whatever that is, then we can do that. Might be better to do it here than at the lab.
Yeah, I mean, if they've caught up to us, it'd be better to hit them here than hit them at the lab where there'll maybe be more people.
Damn it! It's a shame we didn't hit him before in the other area.
But in the town itself would have been very bad idea.
No, the forest. We would have had more cover to hide in.
Oh, there's plenty of trees here.
Aye, but if we have to leave, if things go bad, we're not escaping. They'll see right where we're going.
You
There's
just
no
got to
foliage.
run very fast. A carriage is not going to follow us through the trees.
Just hope they don't go on foot. If those little dead soldiers like you think they are, then I imagine they could keep going for a while, don't you?
Yeah, you're right.
Sound, huh?
Yeah, you're right. If we have to flee, I guess the soldier gets to make that call. And then what direction do we run? Because we should not split up when we flee.
I think towards town, try and get back to the house.
Just run along the road we came here. That's a good idea not to get lost.
I think so. And if need be, you can always just jump off long enough to hide in some underbrush and then back on the road.
Very well.
Alright.
Herr Doctor,
let's do
pulls out his gun. This time
Yeah.
we had the guns, like actual British guns? Like a
Yes,
Tommy
you
gun,
were
for
able
example?
to smuggle them in.
it. Smuggle them in.
Okay, yeah, because I've listed a Tommy gun. I'll so you can use and see him sort of making sure that it works.
Are So hold on, I'm seeing silhouettes coming from the direction we came from, like they're getting closer and I'm starting to see them, or I'm seeing
Correct.
like ghostly images standing between the trees.
No, you're
Yeah,
seeing the silhouettes coming from
Okay.
behind.
Irving would be
Everybody
behind
get-
the tree.
Get
Cover!
hide somewhere now.
Yeah.
Give me a stealth check then, please.
I'll hide near Irvine.
Yeah,
'Cause I want
don't
him to take the
think
bullets.
I don't think it's gonna be easy hiding with how open it is, but I think
Oh, just hide behind
it's
trees.
worth
We're
trying to
thin.
get like a good ambush off at least. Like at least give us some lead up, maybe.
Is there any sort of assistance because I take a cue from them?
I'll give you a +10.
That's nice. That gives me a 1 in 4 chance.
Wait, I can sing a song. I haven't sung a song yet.
Yeah, what's that song?
I am a sneaky boy. I am a sneaky boy. Look how sneaky I am. There you go. I guess I don't know why it's a jingle. Why is it a jingle every time?
That's just
when I'm sneaky. I
that's
like
your
to be jingly too.
That's just your comfort zone.
I don't know
That's
why.
okay.
I don't know why it turns into a jingle. It's just what happened. I just opened my mouth and a jingle came out. Weird.
So yes, you're the only one who succeeds.
Because I'm so sneaky.
So sneaky while you're singing your stealth sound or stealth song. But yes, as all of you are hidden behind trees, you look out and you see. First, you see. Oh, where is it at?
Internally, I'm like, please let it be a woman with a mask. Please let it be a woman with a mask.
Oh man.
Let's see. You see. Let's see how big are they? They're that big. Let's make them a little bit smaller. You see Hardwin, followed by Elka.
What are those, villagers?
Yep.
Oh. I guess the zombies go home to get their injections or whatever.
And then you see. Next is this. Let's see.
Oh, I don't like you saying this to something you're about to show us.
Oh,
Yeah, that doesn't give a good connotation, does it?
Oh no,
Ooh,
that's a carriage.
that's
You
fucking
see-
sick.
a carriage that appears to be larger and more oblong shaped than a normal carriage would be, but it is entirely black with steel rivets and steel filigree on it. On the crenellations and the corners are ravens, but sitting astride it, the carriage is moving on its own. There is no sound of a motor or anything like that, but sitting on top is
That's so fucking sick. Holy shit.
this woman.
Oh my god.
And then you see behind her, or right to the next to the carriage, is Caspar.
We need to find the other spy and kill her.
And then Burnt is on the other side. Followed by 4 other villagers. And then also Graham.
It's a lot of people.
On top of the carriage itself, there appears to be a large flag that silhouettes in the wind. Everyone give me sanity, please.
Fuck you.
Why? Are you implying we're looking at it?
Yes.
Okay, fine.
How do the villagers look? Are they like freaked out?
No, they appear to have the same stoic look that they had in the village itself.
God damn it. Irving's never gonna adapt to fucking helplessness at this rate.
Oh, this is unnatural.
Oh, yeah. God fucking damn it. That carriage is pretty fucking badass, though. I'm not gonna lie. But what the fuck is going on with this chick?
All right, so that's what Irving
I
hears.
fucking knew it.
Poor Howard is having a bad day.
Yep.
So, all right, let me consult character sheets here.
So sorry, the lady is on top of it, right?
Yes, she's towards the front.
Okay. And the
So
rest
she might
are
be our
around.
target.
Does anybody have a firearm amongst those here?
Give me an alertness check. It is this weird dusk,
Yeah.
and you were in the
fog.
forest. You were a distance away to kind of remain hidden.
Wait, how much sanity do I lose?
I've got to look at your character sheet here because you've got your special track. So
Oh.
It all suddenly makes sense to you.
Uh-oh.
And that is a bad idea.
okay,
It should not make sense to you.
Oh, I see. All we have to do is kill all humans.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, So, Howard, lose 4 sand.
Ouch!
Owie.
And Doctor,
Oh shit! You just said.
Hey,
you
I
like
succeeded with a 2.
Yeah.
you did succeed with the 2. Lose 1 sand.
I have a break.
You can project.
Oh my gosh.
But wouldn't it be appropriate roleplay-wise that he has a break and uses violence to shoot the woman?
I mean, that is entirely up to you how you want to roleplay this.
Right? Isn't that one of the things, like fight or flight?
It is. It's fight, fight, or catatonia. And then Irving, you also succeeded, but your track is lower, so you're at a 0.
Okay. Sick.
So, Howard, what you see is this.
Wait. Uh-oh. I have a bad feeling about this.
Interesting.
What do you mean? What do you mean you see this?
I see this.
Uh-oh.
Howard sees this.
Can you guys
Oh,
not?
no.
Do you guys not see the handout?
No.
That one was for you, Howard.
Okay. Yeah.
Concerned.
It's a cute little picture of a dog.
Yep. A
dog?
You see
Oh,
this.
that doesn't sound pleasant. Why?
Oh, it's the flag.
Why
Yeah.
are you making it sound innocent?
It's a flag
sounding?
we've
It
seen
does
before.
sound worse.
Yeah.
So her doctor looks at the flag and is like, "Oh yeah, that's the latest version of the flag that he knows how it should look like a bright yellow sun with just a cross on it. We've all seen that, almost like a
then-
religious cross."
So,
Irving,
oh yeah, the gun. I forgot.
you see that.
Ooh.
So
But
to the
did he-
players, oh, go ahead, please.
I'm sorry. I was just going to ask if he did see any firearms amongst them or not.
Did you make? You did make your. Yes. You do see that. Whoever that one is, that Howard and
Yeah.
the doctor are freaking out about. He does have a firearm as well as a soldier.
Okay, but none of the others.
No.
So as a group, would you? What are your? So how do I phrase that openly? What are your feelings about me not deflecting this and
Go for it.
sort of starting the combat because of that?
I think it's really, personally, I think it's really fitting.
Because he's
But
been
with
going
how
on
he-
about
with-
a mask. He
yeah,
sees a
but-
person with a mask, and he finally snaps and is like, "I'm gonna fucking kill you!"
yeah. I like it because it's such a wacky, off comparison mask. But I with all the build up we just had with him like pulling the root up and shit, and then all of that, I feel like it makes sense. Yeah, I think it's really fitting. I don't
It might just be that her doctor just really wants this to be over with. So the first person he sees with even something looking resembling a mask, he's like, "Bullet to
just
the head!"
so on edge. He's just that little string, and it finally
Yeah.
snaps. Yeah, I feel that. I don't know why everybody, but for
Right,
me-
I'll take the sanity loss and go to 27, which now means Danish needs to go through the whole rigmarole for breakpoint.
Yep. Just a second here. First and foremost, I need to do that. Okay. Let's.
I've never really looked too
them.
much at the break stuff. Yeah, I need to.
Okay, so. Breakpoint, that is your breaking point minus your power, if I remember correctly. And I'll look again here in a moment. But yes, right now you are having a moment. So it is fight, flight, or catatonia. And I
Fight.
believe you selected fight. She is going to roll. Is all of y'all. Holy shit, wow. And then lastly, Graham. Okay. Out of everyone, the people here and even this person on top, they're all oblivious to you. Graham, however, stops. And he
Uh-oh.
pauses for a moment.
Oh god, if he has my stats, Graham's stats, that is. Oh fuck.
And he goes, "Hold up there. There's someone here."
Kapow!
All right, you can go ahead and roll firearms. Who are you? You're going for?
Oh, it has to be the woman.
Okay.
It has that's just he's the target not of his desires but his bullets.
If it matters at all, Irving would be kind of getting ready.
Oh, come on!
Oh no!
Just can't get lucky. That would have been
Okay.
so nice and fitting. But yeah, a shot just goes wide. Past her.
We are in initiative now, so.
Oh my god!
All right, so oh boy,
Is there any chance Irving would notice that the doctor's about to fire and be able to take?
Yeah, I was right next to you. Remember?
yeah, he was right next to you.
He might even say "Zaya, Zaya," and then you see him his gun comes up and he squeezes the trigger.
Seeing as Irving notices, would he be able to take the opportunity to get a shot off real quick as well? Or would he need to wait?
You did succeed on your stealth, so go ahead and you can get a shot off.
Okay, cool. Sick. Popping with this grind. I think this is gonna... Based on the others, they seem pretty concerned over him, so I think it's gonna be going towards Graham.
Okay.
And then lethality, yeah?
Give me a second to take a look. Go ahead and roll the lethality roll, but it does not count towards lethality.
Okay, cool.
So...
That's big, right? 12 damage.
That's good.
Seems pretty good.
Yes,
I think that's all the health that my character has.
Okay.
Oh my god.
You take a sizable chunk out of Graham. But everyone roll sanity again.
Oh.
Oh no.
We all
I think
know
it-
Graham's
I'm
weakness is
sorry, guys.
grenades.
Everything I do hurts your sanity. What's going on?
Yeah. Can you not?
Why is it just him? I feel bad. It's just him. Holy shit. Howard is 20? Oh my god.
Actually, he is it's 2 less. Okay.
I didn't realize how low you guys were. Holy shit.
All right. Okay.
Well, we had a healthy
so-
interest in this stuff.
It's
for too long.
true. You've learned your lesson.
So
Oh my
there's
gosh.
that. So
I think
if you
the turning point was the mask that you guys looked at and Irving didn't originally. Oh.
if you fail, it is 3 and unnatural. If you succeed, it is 0.
Okay,
Holy crap.
going down by 3.
I've reached a breaking point.
Okay. Would you like to project at all, or are you going hog as well?
I'm going hog.
All right.
I think that makes sense, yeah.
So the reason that you all have to make a sanity check is because in place of Graham is this individual here. As the flesh begins to bubble and melt away, there is a larger than Graham ever was, but it's a poor similarity to call it a dog, but it has a dog-like muzzle, it has long ears, it is gangly, it is massive, as it lets out this guttural and looks towards you all.
I just need to clarify.
Um,
When I said that I saw a dog, that was a joke. It was the flag. But I didn't see
what you made him do.
This is completely
Oh my
coincidental.
God.
This is all on you.
You gave him the idea, clearly.
Clearly,
There's no way
yeah.
he had that prepared when we came over this way.
Exactly, he did that because of you.
Dang it. Sorry, everybody.
Oh my
Okay.
god, though. Holy shit.
But that's a relief. So it can't be. It's not actually Graham.
So the other two lose some sand, but I guess Irving is just letting the adrenaline flow. He knew something crazy was about to happen. The moment that weird chick with the fucking mask hat started to come out here with the crazy badass carriage. So I think he's just gonna let the adrenaline flow and just keep taking shots. It doesn't
That-
matter what it is. It's an enemy. Get rid of it.
You don't know who this guy is.
Yeah.
On top of that, like, you have no idea who this guy is. So it's like, well, yeah, whatever, okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good point. Yeah, he doesn't have that kind of connection the other two do with him. Well, I mean, whatever connection there might have been there.
So I'm going to say that this entire group, you're probably about maybe 4 meters away from him. Initiative 15 or dexterity 15. Sorry.
That's how close we stayed for an ambush? Isn't
Wow,
that risky in shooting range to be that close?
I mean, you were. That's 12 feet away. Did you want to get back further?
I think. Oh well, I don't know. It depends on how soon her doctor went.
Well, her doctor
away.
wanted to be able to run away. He didn't want to get mobbed by people in close combat.
I think that makes sense because Irving would definitely have wanted to be in a long range confrontation with these guys by far.
Sure.
I think in martial arts they teach you something around like 12 to 16, 18 feet is a distance that someone with a knife could be more dangerous than someone with a gun.
Okay. So what you're thinking? Maybe 5, 6, 7 meters.
Yeah, at least, right? Yeah, if you wanted
I
to
think
shoot someone, that's still close enough to really nail them,
Can you say
Yeah.
that in?
far enough that when they rush you, you can back up.
Can you say that in
3
freedom
feet 2,
units?
so 21 feet or so, somewhere between like 20 and 30 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 20 to 30 feet.
Cool.
Oh, even just thinking about being as close as you said, Danish, just gives me the heebie-jeebies. I'm like, oh no, they all they have to do is like sneeze.
That
and-
would have been pretty. I feel like
And
that
they're
would have
on
been
you.
pretty rough, actually,
Yeah.
in retrospect.
I'm trying to figure out where y'all are at. So
Yeah, I think a bit of distance is a good idea, actually.
Okay.
We have the range advantage, hopefully, with ranged weapons, so we wouldn't want to get clubbed by people with walking canes.
I mean, Irving. It's good that Irving is next to the doctor because Irving has good close combat stuff. So he can at least kind of tank a bit while you shoot him. You know.
Yeah.
Less talky, more shooty.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yep.
actually do
So Howard, you have 15 as well as Irving or whatever that was, or sorry, Graham, whatever Graham was. But you can go first.
How kind of you.
I know.
Seeing Graham kind of get blown away and revealing this sort of creature, I think Howard freaks out, and maybe not in his best moment or thinking entirely rationally, throws a grenade.
Oh, thank you. That is such a great
Grenade.
idea
Go
because these
ahead
fools are
and
so close
make
to each
that
other.
athletics check. I did find out recently that for grenades, it's a +20 to the roll.
Oh shit! Nice.
Oh, like a bonus?
Oh my god! Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Poor Graham. If only he knew.
Yeah, I didn't know that until recently.
That's fine. Oh
So
shit!
with the
Yeah.
3, okay. That is
That
quite
is good.
Honestly, I love how notorious and glorious grenades are in this. It's pretty
Yes, they have earned a place.
for reputations.
Should introduce Graham to another grenade.
Go
So
ahead
funny.
and roll lethality there, Howard.
Okay. Oh,
You
I always
got
forget
this.
that I should just press the button rather than... Or no, that doesn't work. Okay, I'll just roll a d100.
Okay.
That's all that one is, right? Is just trying to get under 10.
Yes.
Lethality is 15%.
Grenades. Yeah, grenades are 15. So,
Oh.
but
Sure.
that's fine. Okay, so. All right, so 8. So he's looking not the best, but
Oh my god, he took 12 and 8 and he's not looking his best.
yeah, he's looking pretty haggard. So then that's 8 on those, and these are all at this.
You can tell us if we're his friends.
Oh, okay, thank you. So there's that, and then there's that. I'm just going to do that for them. Okay, so, and for her, she does have cover. So I'm going to put that at...
God, the fucking atmosphere is so on point, I gotta say. Ugh. Something so, like, disturbing about the whole situation.
Alright. So, now, I also... Where's this at? Yeah. I do need another sand check, please.
Oof. Only when you guys do something. Apparently.
Okay, so that's the same. Alright. Oh, once again. Alright.
3. So I
3
assume
if
I
you
lost
fail.
3? Alrighty.
Oh, I need to roll again. Because you love
God,
me
I'm near
so
a breaking point.
much.
I'm sorry.
Just this session, I'm down 9 points already.
Damn.
Yeah,
I'm down
Well,
3,
it
but I'm
is
1 point away
it is
from a
the
break.
combat portion, but y'all did this, and this is on you, really. So the reason that it's
Sure.
upsetting to all of you, as you're watching and you see Howard just pull out this pin, throw this perfect arc of a grenade, and it lands, you see that this individual up here takes some damage. She shrieks out, tumbles backwards on top of the carriage. The carriage front half of it's blown apart.
Oh,
But
no. I forgot. I didn't tell anybody
Yeah.
about... Oh, sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
These 4 take shrapnel damage. Like they're pretty close to the actual explosion of the grenade itself. They take shrapnel and explosive damage, but they're not bleeding. Hunks of metal and sticks are sticking out of them as they all in unison turn towards you and begin moving in your direction. And that's what I'll have them do on their turn. But
Just as they are? They don't, like, turn like he did?
no, they are all still the similar humanoid
I
shape.
think they
at
are the
this point.
subjects, yeah.
And
They are the actual test subjects.
Okay. And Irving didn't mention this to the others, but he heard voices, like muffled cries and shit inside of the wagon, right? He
Yes.
said the front was blown open. Are there people in there? Or?
Oh god, that's a good point.
They can run out and help us.
I forgot that there were people in there. I should have let him know. I didn't even think about the grenade.
When the grenade goes off, there are more yelpings and wails as the grenade tears into the front half of the
He's
carriage.
just gonna have blown up a bunch of people they captured.
Graham, make another sand check. You
Oh
kinda
no!
dropped the ball.
I'm so sorry.
Shouldn't have had that realization.
I just thought about it. I was like, wait, there's people in there.
Oh
my
this is
God.
helplessness, though. This is like, oh god, I didn't say anything. Oh god, I could have killed people.
Holy shit. God, I totally should have said something. I didn't even think about it. And then he threw a grenade, but he couldn't have known, and I couldn't have known he was going to throw a grenade.
Sorry, Irving,
what
I keep
matters right
saying
now is
Graham.
killing the bad things.
So it's 1. It's 1 sand loss for helplessness as,
That makes sense.
shit, whoops, combat time, bang, bang. So he is, Graham-ish, whatever Graham-adjacent thing this thing is, begins running, loping this strange gate towards, let's see, let's make it a 1d3.
A 1d2 is fine as long as a doctor isn't one of them.
So 1, 2.
I mean, yeah, because Irving would try and get in front of him.
He would go after Howard, even though Irving
Uh-oh.
did shoot him. Howard did throw the grenade. So he is going to run and make a leap at Howard.
Can he close
do I
the full
mark-
distance?
He is very, very fast.
Oh damn, he's got that sonic speed.
So
Do
But
I
he's
mark
also hurt.
helplessness for the 1, or not because I succeeded?
what's that?
I don't mark helplessness.
You
if I
do,
succeed, do I?
because you
Like-
didn't reach a breaking point or didn't reach a
Well, I
temporary,
did.
correct?
That's what I was just gonna say. Also, I do. That is a breaking point.
Oh.
Is that last little tit?
If that is a breaking point, then you unfortunately don't get to mark that. But you
Okay.
do get to. You can deflect it if you want.
I think with the situation, he's probably gonna go ham as well.
Okay.
It's just we all just kind of lose it and just start shooting like fucking crazy, right? If that fits.
Yes, that's perfectly fine. But so this thing begins this leaping or this loping gait as it runs towards you. Just this down on all fours, kind of 28 days later, zombie run towards you as it leaps, and it's a good 5 meters away at this point. It's a good 18 feet as it leaps on Howard. And I lost the character sheets. There it is. It's going to make a bite attack against you.
Great.
Oh, it's a failure, though. As it comes in, and you see this mouth just open, this distended jaw unhinge, as this slobber, this viscous slobber, and this smell, this fetid odor escapes from its breath as it just passes you by. It tries to go for your throat, but it misses, and it tumbles on the ground, rolling to the side. It lets out this weird warbling howl, and that's its turn. Next up is 14 for Dex.
Would my first shot from stealth have counted as my first go, or?
It would be a surprise action. So we're in the actual combat at this point. So
okay.
Danish
I think I'd
being
be
nice.
next turn, wouldn't I? Because I have 15 as well.
Oh, you have 15 as well? Yep, go ahead then. Sorry, I didn't know you were at 15.
Okay, no problem.
Nice.
Yeah, in that case, seeing that fucking thing over here. Oh man, shit. Do I go for? Does it look like the others are coming towards us, or is that guy with the firearm?
You see red at this point.
Oh god, that's right. I'm breaking point. I'm not thinking. I think you just shoot the scariest nearest thing, and that's gonna be the fucking dog thing.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Kill it!
That makes way more sense than anything else.
Okay.
Lethality or?
Yeah, go ahead and roll lethality.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, great
So,
damage.
What's that look like when you kill this thing?
Oh my god. Yeah, so he sees it leap over Howard, and he's kind of fell to the panic that the other two have. Like, oh my god, like, there's people dying, like, this isn't just, like, us under threat now, like, he's, like, really seeing the war again, almost, like, is what's going through his head. And so he turns on sheer reflex, and gets that shot leveled, and immediately just pops it through one ear and out the other, through the thing. And you see that kind of, the red fluid kind of bubbling up out of its ears and stuff as it, I presume, gurgles and makes weird doggy sounds that are gross and I hate. Sorry.
Go ahead and get back.
God, it's disturbing just thinking about the sounds that would make. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, it's a combination between this dog yelping and a sponge. It's very upsetting.
I don't know if it's like the foggy forest or something, but this one's like getting me, like, ugh, creepy.
All right, so that was Irving's, and then 14. Doctor, you're at 13. So let's just skip down to you. Go ahead.
Herr Doctor will do a tactical retreat while keeping firing on the woman, because he knows the rifle has a pretty vast range.
Yep.
And you described the 4 zombies, what he perceives to be the undead, coming at us. Do they come at us at a full sprint, or are they just coming at us like Terminators?
They're the Terminators.
Okay. So not immediately a threat, but he will make sure that he keeps Howard and Irvine between himself and the group of 4, while shooting past them at the woman. Does that make sense? Sort of like a backwards. He will walk a little backwards, turn around, shoot the woman, walk a little more, sort of, you know.
Yeah, Irving seems kind of lost into it
in real time.
He's keeping a forward position from you, though. Kind of, so you're behind him one way or another.
Yeah, I'm just playing out his two strongest instincts are, one, survive, and the other one is kill the woman with the mask.
I think that makes sense.
So he will combine both of those to, I'm going to slowly walk back because this is really not right, but I'm going to keep shooting the woman because I hope I can kill her.
Okay, go ahead then and roll that attack.
Oh.
Oh,
By a one.
Wow, you gotta sing a song, dude.
You gotta
That's
sing
valid.
a song.
Give us a jingle at least.
Is that a thing?
Oh yeah.
Thing.
Oh, a crazy woman, I gotta kill you now, crazy
Nice.
woman. I will not bow,
Okay, that's
crazy
really good.
woman.
All right.
Take
yeah,
a bullet
you
to the
get your plus 10 for
face.
that. Yeah.
You need to
Fucking
die.
glorious.
Okay. I didn't click the gun button lower in the sheet, so it doesn't have the cool damage lethality things.
That's fine. You can click it now and do the lethality from that,
Nice.
or you can just roll a d100.
So I think this would have been the button. Which, by the way, would have been a success. Obviously, it would have been exactly that one extra.
Of course.
That
Of
is so
course.
funny.
What are the fucking odds of that? Oh my god.
11 damage.
Okay, so yeah, with that, what's that look like when you kill this lady?
He gets lucky and exactly puts a bullet to her head.
Or
Or unless that can't work story-wise, of course.
There would be a -20 penalty for a call shot like that. So,
Well, but she dies, right? Like
she
maybe
does. You
maybe it's
target
like-
center mass, and
yeah, maybe it's center mass, and because it's a Tommy gun, it's like a cack, right? And it sort of like it arcs, a few shots arc their way up from the
Mhm.
chest and just sort of pummel her.
yeah, you're able to get center mass and just tear the central chest apart and kind of up.
Yeah.
The beak part of the mask tears.
Yeah.
All the while bullets also ricochet off of it. It's very bizarre.
Oh really?
Well, it could be some
Off
enamel.
of this bit.
Yeah, it could be some
But
enamel
She
metal
is
under.
down.
Yeah, because the actual head is like down there. or-
Was she unsettling? Because if she was, then maybe I get some sanity points back.
She was but she's just kind of humanish.
Is that how that works? In that case, would I have recovered some for killing Irving?
Yeah, you got
Right.
2 back.
Yeah, you got 2
Yeah,
back.
I completely blanked on that.
Yeah,
that's all right.
whenever you find the unsettling and you win against it,
Oh, okay.
sometimes you can get some sanity back.
Yep, it's you're making nature better. You're healing nature. So
Yeah.
let's see. Thaddeus is I say he's very upset. He's going to pull out his Winchester.
I think we all are.
Yeah, it's fair. He shoots wide, no damage. As these
Oh,
things
that's scary.
close
Fuck.
the distance, and they are the next round. They'll be on you. So top of the round, then it is Irving and Howard.
Go.
Yeah, so Howard, having had Wolf Boy kind of jumping at him was freaky, but luckily Irving killed him, and so now Howard's just kind of like shaking some of the nerves and is gonna aim at this soldier boy and shoot him.
Okay.
Nice. I think he was the other guy with the firearm, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. Shoost away.
Alright, I shoost.
Which did you say he was approaching with the firearm, or kind of creepy walk like the others?
Yeah, I think
They're
that
all
Terminator
approaching.
walk at us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead.
Death?
and
It just says
roll
death?
damage.
Ooh.
Oh, because you rolled under
I rolled
10.
the lethality, yeah.
Oh.
Let's see with this.
Interesting. I've never seen that though. Yeah. That's cool.
Okay, so this thing collapses to the ground, but the extremely unsettling part to you is that as you blast it away, it falls to the ground, but then still twitches and begins moving its way towards you, crawling through the grass, but very, very slowly.
I don't love that.
Oh my god.
It's a great expression.
Yeah. I don't think I love it either. Fuck.
Put some
I'm
leaves
gonna-
on it and quietly walk away.
It
Be like,
seems
there,
pretty
there.
threatening at the moment, I assume, though. Yeah. Or...
Actually, you know what? Let's just help assuage fears. Regain 1 sand. Howard.
Oh, nice.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. I think Irving is. I think for his part, he'll just take another shot into one of them. Just going down the line. So this poor fuck.
All right.
I guess. Oh, So that 2 that I healed for sand, that takes me back over my breaking point. How does that work?
So, yep, I'll have to recalculate breaking points, but you've already crossed it, so your next breaking point will be figured from what it was at before.
Okay. I just want to make sure. All right, I'll go ahead. Take a shot. This poor fuck. Ooh. That's some damage. Ooh, that's some damage.
That is some high damage.
Fuck.
All
We're
right.
getting some good rolls here.
They are. Okay.
Holy crap.
So this one also collapses to the ground, but still unsettling, unnerving as this thing twitches and kind of just does the worm towards you.
Ugh.
Regain 1 sand. Herr Doctor,
Brody.
Yes.
it is your go.
I will shoot the undead closest. I mean, is the woman still moving? Can I see her? Does she need more shooting?
No, I just have her to the side in case you wanted to investigate her.
Okay, we certainly will.
Oh.
Then I want to help my fellow soldiers, and whoever is the closest to them, I'll shoot.
Okay. So yeah,
Yep,
just
her.
say sorry, her. Go ahead.
This
and
time I'll
shoot
actually
away.
click on the gun. Clickety click. The percentages are just hilarious
Oh,
today.
Wow,
my
that does
Just
not
God.
hilarious.
What the fuck are the odds of that?
I,
A 63, a 62, and a 63 in a row. Wow.
That's
That's
amusing.
got to
That's
be
very
like
funny.
1 in a billion odds or something.
Bro, that's funny. That's fine.
Okay.
Wow.
Uh,
I feel like we had something kind of similar the other day where it was just like, how the fuck could you even manage to roll that kind of
Colonel
series
Sanders
of rolls?
is going to shoot again here. Colonel Sanders succeeds.
Colonel Sanders, nice.
Wait, who's Colonel Sanders? I thought he's on the ground. And...
That
Oh,
is.
him. Okay. Oh, oof.
He sounds like Dr. Phil or Colonel Sanders, depending.
He kind of does, yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
So he levels his Winchester at this. Both barrels open. Does some significant damage, but this thing still is making its way towards all of you. Next round, our doctor was moving away, so it is going to be a D3 again. I'm sorry, Howard. You're just out in front.
It's okay.
Fuck. Oh my god. They're coming for you, buddy.
You guys could have moved. You didn't.
So you get a
Good
30%
point.
chance. So
I
both of them
could
are
have
going
retreated.
to...
I don't know why I
Oh
didn't.
no!
What are those?
Oh, Howard,
We got mobbed by one,
No.
at least.
one with the critical.
Oh,
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 yeah.
I forgot
is,
about
isn't
criticals.
Yeah, because it doesn't have
Danish
the,
didn't.
the lit up bit.
Hey, Danish, forget about criticals for a second.
Forget
I'll
about
just-
it.
Yep. You can
Oh, you
try
can
to dodge
right?
if you want. Yes.
Ooh.
Sure, I'll try to dodge.
Okay.
It's a
Are they
Terminator, you
just
should
like
dodge.
swinging, or are they biting, or what?
They're biting. This one just opens
Ooh.
up its jaws, and its teeth are kind of broken as it sinks its teeth right into you.
Oh,
No.
you're gonna get a teeth job.
That's
Okay. A what?
No! That's phrasing. Please, phrasing.
Okay, that's lucky. 3 damage.
Oh
Okay.
shit!
Really?
That's lucky.
How nice of you.
As it sinks into your shoulder and locks in. Like there's just this sickening bone click as its jaw latches onto your shoulder.
Oh,
Did we take damage last session?
gross.
I
I don't think so.
don't think so.
Okay.
I think we were full health.
So I was at... Okay, cool.
Yeah, should have been because we had quite a while of downtime. So.
Yeah. Alright.
Oh my god, that's so ugh. The like bone like hinge sound clicking
Mhm.
onto you. That's grody.
It is the top of the round, Howard and Irving.
Do you want to deal with that, or do you want me to?
I guess Howard will pull out his pistol and try to shoot her in the gut as she's biting him.
Okay. You get a plus 20 since it's point blank.
Love that.
Oh, really? I didn't know. That's sick.
All right, go ahead and roll damage.
Big 3.
Okay, what's that look like when you kill this thing?
Yeah, so it's just biting into him, and he's definitely feeling it and wincing. Kind of shouts out, but he instinctively grabs his gun and just unloads a bullet into her stomach, and the bite, I imagine, loosens, and he's able to just kind of like shove her off, and then is looking at this last guy.
Nice.
Yeah, it does loosen, falls to the ground. You regain 1 SAN. Then Irving, you're up.
This guy's pretty much right up on Howard, right?
Correct. Yep, they both
Yeah,
mobbed
I
him the
think-
last round.
Could I attempt to do an unarmed combat to try and kind of like get some distance, like push him away or something, or maybe get him on the ground?
That would be in athletics, but yeah, you can do that.
Oh yeah, if it's athletics, fuck yeah. Yeah, I'll try and pull some kind of maneuver, perhaps with my rifle or something to hook a leg. It's clear these seem relatively unintelligent, right? So
Oh yeah.
he's just kind of getting it out of the way so it can't bite you. Oof. Well, my athletics is about to go up again.
Sing a song.
No, I want my athletics to go up. I want to cap it.
Yeah, it is surprisingly, let's use that word, nimble, for it being a walking corpse. As you come up, maybe it's the other one that Howard blew away. It's still wriggling around on the ground, and it causes you to trip. Therefore, not getting as much momentum as you would need to push this thing off of it. But yeah, you slip off and fall to the ground behind it.
Shit, sorry, 1 sec.
Air Doctor.
I will. Does it work like if I aim at the next turns, I lose the next turn, and I can still shoot now with a +20? Is that how it works?
No, aiming takes up at a turn, so you could sacrifice your turn.
And then
your-
shoot with +20 next time.
Correct.
Hmm. What are the risks of shooting into this situation to try and
You
hit
crit
that?
fail, you're going to hit Howard.
I don't love that.
Just do it.
Okay.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that.
That's all good.
So, what happened? I believe I fell over him and the doctor went.
Yes.
The doctor took aim and then shot at the boy or the man. I don't know. The last undead.
Yep. Irving did slip as he tried to go up into a fist-to-fist shoving match with this one. The other one on the ground was still mobile enough to cause you to trip up and fall to the ground. But the doctor just leveled a blast at it. It's still up and moving, and Dr. Phil is going to run in here and try to push. Does he have athletics? He does. He's going to try to push this thing off. He fails big time. So, yep, he slips around behind, just swearing as a southern gentleman would. And it is their turn, so they are going to go ahead and make an attack against Howard, since he's right there. Oh, that's a 3. And you can dodge if you would wish, Howard. Or, if I remember correct, I think you can fight back.
Ooh.
I mean, I'll fight back if I can.
Let's see.
Yeah. That sounds pretty good.
Dodging range of attacks.
As opposed to not fighting back and just being bit.
Dodging and
Deadly.
fighting back. Fighting back opposes all hand-to-hand attacks that turn. If you win the contest, you take no damage. It does not protect you against range attacks, so not that. As part of your fighting back roll, choose one offensive action. Attack, called shot, disarm, or pin against a single attacker. If your roll beats that attacker's roll, your agent takes no damage, and your agent's action affects the attacker instead.
So,
That's pretty good.
I guess. I guess just attack, right?
Yeah.
Can I do
Okay.
that with my pistol? Or does it have
I
to be like a hand-to-hand?
think it's, let's see. Doesn't say, so yeah, you could go
I
ahead
assume you
and
just use whatever, yeah.
pistol away.
Okay, I'll pistol him.
Oh, you get an attack as well, or? Oh, I see.
So who wins? Does he win?
You win because your margin of success is higher.
Okay.
So he rolled a 3 against 30. You rolled a 34 against 80. You rolled a higher number than he did. So
Oh, yeah, I forgot you want to have it like close to the.
yeah, it's like blackjack rules. So yeah, what's that look like when Howard blows this thing away?
Yeah, so he just shot the woman off of him and pushed her off, and this guy's kind of running for him, like, teeth bared, and Howard just, like, very quickly moves his gun just as the distance is being closed between them and pops off a quick couple shots and is able to step to the side as he just drops and falls to the ground.
Okay, go ahead and regain 1 sanity. And since there is kind of a lull in the action at this point, you all kind of come out of your battle rage and just kind of take deep breaths. The people in the carriage are still sobbing at this point. You are not sure to the extent of the damage, but a grenade went off. They were abducted from the village. They saw some horrible shit, and there was a gunfight. So they're having a bad time.
Yeah. What
Oh,
was by
fuck.
chance? Rules question was had Doctor by chance involved enough in killing the last one to also regain sanity?
You can regain 1. I'll give you 1.
Thank you. He will then
Yeah.
make his way towards the woman that
Okay.
he thinks he needed to kill to confirm
Okay.
that she's dead.
I think Irving, yeah, is gonna kind of slowly approach.
He will
He's-
check
he's
the people, of
mostly-
course. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm making sure that they're down, and like not gonna be an issue, but also making sure that no one else is approaching from any direction.
Go ahead and give me an alertness check, please.
Nice.
Yeah, because I'm sure that was pretty fucking loud. 8.
Oh, I lost it. Where'd it go? Okay. You believe that no one else is there.
Alrighty. Yeah, Irving kind of scans the road forward and back, and then takes a look through the trees. But with the fog getting as intense as it is, he's pretty sure everything's clear. Heads back over right behind the others to see what's up with the people. I don't know.
Dr. Mosby starts pushing you all out of the way as he goes up to administer first aid to the people. And he succeeds. So he begins immediately triaging people that were sitting in the front of the carriage that got the worst of the grenade explosion, and slowly making his way through the rest of them. There's about 6 in total.
Shit.
But the Germans, right?
They are Germans.
Okay.
True.
German
so-
villagers resettled
As
into
the
this
German.
town.
Yeah, as a doctor, you
I'm just
make your way
confirming.
over
Yeah.
to her. Yeah, she is dead.
Oh my.
How I as a player don't have a clue. How could I verify that it is Artz? Just by pulling this mask off and verifying it's a weird mask? Like
I
how?
mean, there's a couple. Like you're not entirely sure. You don't have well, actually, no. You personally know her,
Because I
don't
recall
you?
her as a person. Yeah.
Yes.
Theresia Zitz when she was still just Theresia Zitz.
Yeah. So you can pull that mask off and see if it's her or not.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll try and pull the mask off. I try to not directly touch the mask, like with my bare skin. So if I can,
Okay.
use a cloth or like a stick to sort of like
I would
wedge it off of her
assume
face.
that the doctor has gloves.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Probably hilarious rubber gloves, something
Yeah.
like that.
So yeah, you pull that off. Roll sand, please.
Of course.
Of course. I was just gonna say I can feel it coming.
But it had to be done, right?
It had
Like,
to be.
it just had to.
We literally didn't really.
We have to confirm that it's her.
Yeah, it's kind of a
Okay.
whole
So
thing.
where is the doctor at?
Okay, play doctor.
Okay, so at this point, Doctor, it's 2.
Sure.
2 and unnatural, because what you do see underneath is Teresia.
Yay!
Oh my god.
Great success!
Holy shit, we did it.
But
I didn't
once
think it would
again,
actually be
with
her.
that scarred mark on her forehead.
Yes. Yeah, the weird mark on her forehead. So, arguably, because she is a major villain of this story and I killed her, do I not also recover sanity?
I appreciate the hustle. That is a tagline, but she is human.
Oh, interesting. She's retained her humanity. That's pretty. I
Interesting.
think, given what we've seen, is pretty
Interesting.
interesting.
I see. So it must be really unnatural what you destroy, not just
Correct.
something helping the unnatural.
Correct.
Ah!
You don't get points back for killing cultists. You get points back for killing the zombies and the ghouls.
Yeah, Schuppenigoraf. Okay, that makes much more sense. Cool. I definitely pocket the mask because we were making a collection of those.
Sure.
Good luck fitting that fucker in your pocket.
I mean,
Do you
it'll
look
go
inside
somewhere.
the mask?
Oh, good question.
We know that the other masks all had inscriptions inside, right?
Just one did.
Oh. Well, does it matter whether it has an inscription? To the doctor, it doesn't matter at this point. He's interested, but he also knows that he's already verified it was her. So
Mhm.
whatever is inside the mask, other than to satiate his...
You're not gonna go pulling some more weeds?
Right, yeah, exactly, right? So he's about, maybe if the camera was near, right, he's about to turn the mask, and then he sort of like stops himself and says something along. He tries to imitate his therapist, right? And the therapist says something along the lines of, "Your curiosity is not worth your sanity." So he tries to remember that like awful accent the guy has in his mind,
Yeah, fair.
and sort of says that line to himself, and then just bags the mask.
Okay. On top of,
I'll
sorry,
fleece
not
her,
on
of course,
top
for
of.
books and flags and coins and whatnot.
She doesn't really have too much on her.
Okay.
So the flag is still hanging from the back of the wagon.
Yeah.
The phonograph, which was playing the music, is a good distance, probably about 5 feet away from the rear of the wagon itself.
Oh, sure. We'll bring that
And-
with, because it was music that presumably controlled the undead somehow, or soothed them, or something.
Yeah, I think.
But that's for other people to
Irving-
find out.
Yeah, I think Irving's gonna kind of look to get to Howard and the others and kind of assess how the fuck are we gonna deal with these people, basically.
The doctor definitely will go, "It's her! It's her!"
And Doctor, as you glance at the flag, there's no sand check with this because you've suffered enough already, but it's different.
Oh, nice.
Okay, yeah, well, nobody's talking to me about it, so I'll keep this to myself.
It's different
It's
from
a
when
dog!
you first saw it.
Yeah, it is. No, I know it is different.
Okay.
I totally see that it's different.
Yeah, Irving will call out then. So if we got her, then that's it.
Yeah! Yeah, jawohl! Haha! So he sort of like
Oh.
hops on his 2 feet
Fuck yeah, and you
and
see,
he keeps looking around to bag things, pretty oblivious to the people.
yeah.
Or careless.
Where's Howard? Is he over?
Yeah,
by
what's
the
Howard
doctor?
doing?
Yeah, he's coming up. He'll say there were more back in the town, and who knows where the carriage was heading to.
Shit, you alright?
Should we still be checking that out?
I don't know. I mean, she was our target. I imagine if
We
it's
did
like
the thing we came here to do.
I mean, I imagine if it's like with the way the others were, they were unique. They were necessary for these roles because they were the only ones that could fill them, right? Or did I mix that up?
I don't mind going up this track quietly if we find some sort of lab. I still have one fragmentation granate. We can just throw that inside, maybe burn the place down.
I mean, we could, but I mean, what do we do with these people? Just
What
send
people?
them back to town?
Oh, these people, yeah. I assume they. Has anyone questioned them?
Fuck.
Thaddeus is over there tending to their wounds.
I
Does
mean,
Thaddeus
that
speak
grenade-
German?
No. I think he speaks. I think everyone got 20, correct?
Oh, we increased it, didn't we?
No, we got Polish 10.
Polish
Oh.
10, yep.
We got
Oh.
Polish 10, but these are Germans. Yeah, maybe Herr Doctor will just walk over while they're being treated and just say, Hey ihr, was ist denn los hier? Seid ihr Geiseln oder was?
Translation,
essentially-
Ras?
Yeah,
and he
thank
says,
you.
hey, what's up? What's up with you? So, pretty casual, surprisingly, right? He says like, hey, what's up with you? Are you like hostages or something?
They look. Most of them are in that shell-shocked daze. The 1,000-yard stare. Their eyes are glassy. They don't seem to be able to focus on anything.
Yeah.
One of them looks towards you and goes, "Oh, thank you. No one's ever stood up to her before." He appears to be maybe a man in his mid to late 20s, early 30s. It's hard to tell.
Well, I'll tell him. I mean, I won't do the whole German thing, but essentially, I'll tell him in German. But it looks like all it took was 4 people determined to stop her. So maybe you should have done that.
No, you don't understand. She came with monsters.
Like that dog thing.
Yes, there were more of them.
Is there anybody else of note
Wait.
in charge that
Wait.
needs destroying?
Irving kind of comes up over by the doctor, rushes up, actually. What was that she said? I didn't hear it from over there. But
He says there are more monsters, so I'm trying to figure out whether there are more, and he says that in English now. I'm trying to figure out whether there are any more sort of lieutenants or people that we need to kill before, and then he quietly says to Irving, we get the fuck out of here.
Oh, shit. The fuck do you mean there's more of those things?
Exactly
That thing
as I
was
said
a
it.
nightmare.
Yeah, exactly.
Y'all can make an alertness check if you want.
Yeah,
Sure.
Irving is going to be super on high alert now. I mean, he's not letting it up. Fuck!
You sure about that?
Yeah, I mean, he's probably just so paranoid he's jumping at shadows at this point, I think. As
Howard
he
can
starts
too.
Keeping watch.
Excellent. I would love to.
As you all look around, you think you hear a twig snap in the distance, but you don't see anything. You don't hear anything. The entire forest is quiet.
Mm,
Yeah, you see Irving seems like much more on edge than usual now. Alright, let's the carriage can't move, I assume, so we're going to have to walk back. If there's more of those things out there, I say we get back to town, perhaps.
But the town... What? No, we should exfiltrate now, right? We're done.
Actually, yeah, you're right.
what if
Fuck that.
if there's a lab, then it maybe has.
That's true. We didn't let the
answers.
German person actually answer. Yeah. Does one of the hostages indicate that there are more high level like people who control things like that need taking out?
No, he
It was her?
He indicated that she was in command, but he would
Okay.
he would continue on that she would take people from the town and take them here. They'd be gone for days, and then they'd come back. Like, then he kind of gestures towards the corpses, like that.
And not like the monster?
No, those came before.
They came before.
They came with her. Originally, they came with her.
For fuck's sake. Then how many people has she done that to?
I don't know. I've only been here for 3 months. But
This seems like punishment. You must have upset someone to have been sent to this testing site.
we didn't know it was a testing site at the time.
I was
We were
certainly
just
fucking
told
bad.
to settle the land. It would be ours if we could maintain it.
Alright,
Well, are there
let's-
any other people in the town that you could now band together with against the monsters?
I don't know.
What's
I think there's other people there, but I think we want to leave.
Probably should. What's the role? I'm just curious. What is the role of the grocery person? It appears they're getting a lot of attention. Are they in league with this woman, or do you know?
She paid. I guess she's dead now. She paid him well to get chemicals. It used to just arrive on the outskirts of town. That's what he used to say. But then that stopped. Along with the bodies. That stopped too.
What do you mean the bodies? What bodies arrived?
The last one I saw was right when I came. It was a British soldier, a French
I see.
soldier, and a German soldier.
Yeah, and the doctor would turn to his own people, right? To Irvine and Howard and Thaddeus and say, I assume there are two types of underlings here at work. One, they use deceased corpses as a dress, yeah, to wear and walk around in, and the other one is making German citizens into these hard to kill, whatever they are, things. Yeah.
To walk around in?
Yes.
They're wearing fucking corpses.
Well, you did see it bubble off when I took a big chunk out of Graham, yeah?
So that's what it was then. They
I would
stole his
assume.
corpse and then used it as a disguise.
But again, I will advise you, I will usually only try to think about things in one level and not go further than that. So that is my only assumption at this point, to make some sense of it.
But if that's the case, couldn't he be amongst these? He raises his gun.
It says,
He raises his gun and has it pointed at them. Oh no! Shit! Oh, I didn't even think about it until I said it.
Are you pulling your gun on the hostages?
He's pulling
He
it up
can,
to be
sure.
safe, but
Herr Doctor would just ask every one of them to speak something to him in perfect German.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
the
they do.
description was that, yeah, exactly.
So
I
I
think I
want to
said
make
it.
sure first that Irving's doing this or not.
yeah, he's. I think. Yeah, definitely.
To protect himself, just
Okay.
get the gun up.
Well, with
understand.
the idea that, I don't know if it could be one of these, but that the fact that there's potential. I mean, I'd rather have my gun up and ready. And I think right now, with him having just popped a breaking point, he'd be really jumpy. So yeah.
Sure. Roll sand, please.
Oh god. Oh no.
Your gun is actually a spider.
Oh no.
No.
Not the classic spider.
Oh,
gun.
wow.
Oh my god.
Okay, so I'm guessing you succeeded. Congratulations.
You're okay with your horrible actions.
Well, let me see the sand laws because there is a specific rule for drawing a gun on an innocent. So
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
let's
Yeah,
see.
he's paranoid. He's worried.
Ah,
mean,
that
that's
rule only
fair.
applies if you say they're innocent. But are they innocent because they're German citizens?
Well,
I mean, Irving would consider them innocents generally.
Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Because you're on
Oh,
the
yeah.
other side of this war.
Yeah, but I mean, they're civilians, seemingly, right?
No, of course you're right. I'm just arguing in your favor, buddy.
Oh yeah.
See.
They are civilian bystanders, and that's what the Geneva Convention is for later on.
Okay. You know what? Since you succeeded, it is 0.
Oh, thank goodness.
But
Yeah, Irving
yeah, it's
kind of raises it in a sudden, like, panicked idea.
Yeah, it's like, well, any one of them could jump at you, right? That's the fear.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like, well, what?
turn
Fuck,
into some
what if
sort
it's,
of
like
demon.
amongst us. It's basically, you know, it's like.
So they all speak perfect German to you, the ones that aren't, in a daze. But you can see the ones that are in that daze are the ones that have suffered the most damage, and you can see Thaddeus working on them to confirm their humanity.
Yeah.
But idea check was the intelligence check there, Air Doctor. Since you succeeded, you get you kind of start thinking, and you're trying not to key into upper echelons of thought and what's all going on here. But you think timeline wise, if she's been here for a year,
Yeah.
and the bodies and chemicals arrived at the edge of town before that, that was probably just a little bit after or before. Time is a little weird, but when you took care of the door warden.
Yes, which was the first one?
The second one.
Oh, the first one was a Huntsmaster, of course.
Yep. So since you cut off that line of service or goods getting around, she had to get more creative. But you did also recall that she was requesting bodies even at the beginning of all of this back in 1940.
Yeah, to begin with, because I think
Right.
yeah, and then she switched it to live
That makes
people.
sense. Yeah, because she couldn't get the instant Well, they were probably transporting prisoners through that method entirely. Like they wouldn't have to worry about getting corpses at that point because they could just grab anybody and just have them gone.
Yeah, but the other thing is that it appears that even a month or so ago, whatever that was, a year ago, that she wasn't just transforming living people into these undead, but she was also disguising otherworldly monsters as humans. And
we know
Howard talked to him and didn't realize. So that opens the possibility that anyone we've met or talked to is actually is just wearing someone's skin.
Yeah. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. So is that, you had said the skin had bubbled away in some form. Is there like a leftover skin flap dress?
No, it was more like a transformation. Like the skin bubbled and
yeah, that's what I had
melted.
assumed. Yeah.
Kind of like a reverse werewolf in London.
Yeah, and we don't. Yeah, it's unfortunate because we don't know more than that, and you can't just shoot all of your friends to figure out whether they'll transform or not.
You lose enough sanity, you can.
Yeah, and you'll lose all your friends too. Well, but at least he will mention that, and then potentially we all get killed in our sleep because our own agency is just full of these skin walkers things.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, Irving's real on edge now. He's got his rifle kind of raised up. He's kind of lowered it a bit after a couple of moments.
They are German.
Still...
Herr Doctor will say they are undoubtedly German.
Oh, well, I suppose. But fuck, if those things could, we have to be careful. I think we need to get out of here, honestly.
I agree. Let's go.
But then again, shit. He kind of looks to Howard and would obviously call the Thaddeus, but I assume he's obviously tending to them. But looks to the doctor as well. I mean, if we leave those things be and they can do that, impersonate folks.
Well, as I said, we could also take the half-hour perhaps and go fuck up whatever laboratory they have. Maybe start a fire.
You think so?
I don't know.
Do we still hear the clockwork?
Yes, you do.
I think we should go to this lab.
But we agree to destroy it all?
Aye.
Yeah.
Clear up.
Okay. Let's go.
Hopefully destroy those monsters in the process.
And what do you do with the prisoners?
Irving's happy to let him head back to town. Well, I mean, he feels pretty bad about the whole situation, but now he's worried they could be these people. So I think, but
I think both Thaddeus and her doctor have said that they're not.
Yeah, I think if anything, Howard will point out the tracks and tell them, like, follow those back. He's not too concerned about them.
yeah, Irving. There's definitely some guilt there for Irving. He lingers for a bit, but pretty much agrees. Is just had to send them back, you know.
Her doctor says, but take your time, because you don't want you want to give us enough time to end this for good. Yes.
Be careful. Keep low if you need to. I mean, just stay near the road. Don't get lost.
Okay. They nod shakily and gather their injured and make their way back towards the village. As you continue your way on,
Sorry, before we move on, did anybody grab the firearms
No.
that they had?
Are they any good? We could stock up on ammo, roleplay wise.
Yeah, I don't know if we want to grab a couple of extra guns going into this. If
Yeah, but
I
who
don't
wants to
know if they're
carry
good ammo.
those?
Sure.
Are they good experimental lightning guns?
they are not.
Damn it.
They're just run of the mill.
Yeah, because I
And-
want to make whether like, because if we don't give a shit and we trust that these people aren't with them, I mean, we could always give them to them.
In the instance of the soldier, his appears to be very poorly maintained.
Yikes.
Yeah, if they seem trash, no, just not worry about it.
Okay. So as you continue your way through the forest, you begin to see the trees clear a little bit. And as you kind of begin your ascent, as you make your way up a hill, there is what appears to be a manor house over the edge. And do you continue on?
I think so.
Yeah.
Although I'm gonna. Is the road leading straight up to it, or
It
is there
is.
anything? Is there like a gate or anything?
It seems pretty. I don't know what the word would be, but it's not guarded. It's not well enclosed.
Yeah, I mean, I'll follow.
That's accessible.
Howard's lead.
Okay. You approaching quietly, or yes, Howard? Sorry.
Does there seem to be signs of life from inside the house?
Give me an alertness check.
I would love to give you an alertness check.
Well, thank you.
I think, given his paranoia, Irving will be kind of. Howard's kind of up ahead. Irving will be keeping watch on the flank again.
Okay. You can give me an alertness check as well.
Keep that tail covered if
Jesus.
possible. Nope.
Oh, should I roll a
What the
98?
fuck?
I'm sure I can roll
Oh
a
yeah,
98,
let's see if
right?
we can.
Right?
Yeah.
Come on,
Surely.
98. Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Dang it.
But that would have been a sign. I would have said Danish. I'm sorry, I gotta leave.
At that point, something's going on.
Yeah.
So as you continue up, you come into a courtyard, and what strikes you immediately is the ever-present smell of chemicals, embalming fluids, and things like that is everywhere. You thought it was dense in the forest. It is thick in the air here, but the atmosphere is still breathable. The greenery is startling to you. The fact that there are green trees around and green grass around, it's a vast change compared to the track that you came in. What you do see, though, is that there is a large building with a very not well maintained, but a poorly maintained dome on top there. But looking around, Howard, you see no one.
Okay. Howard's gonna approach, like, cautiously still, but he's definitely, like, approaching.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Irving will kind of keep that slow approach, watching the flank while Howard takes the front. Yeah.
Okay. Did you all want to do it quietly, or are you just kind of?
I mean, if you're
Approaching.
offering, I guess so.
I'm off. I'm just asking questions.
Yeah. We'll go, or at least Howard will go quietly.
Yeah, Irving's following suit. Seems
Her doctor
wise.
lets them sort of reconnoiter, and if they sort of wave with their hands saying, "Hey, come follow up," then he will follow up.
Okay.
Nice idea.
As you quietly move up, Howard, and I would say, is Irving staying there, or is he going with Howard?
He's probably doing like a you move up, then I move up, then you move up
Okay.
kind of thing.
You can make that stealth check as well as if you wish.
Sweet. Yeah, he's probably right behind him, relatively speaking. Fuck.
But yes, as the two of you approach, Howard, you're fairly certain you're really quiet. Your footfalls don't crunch underneath the weird metal grass, and you seem to quietly approach this doorway up here. Irving, though, as he is coming behind, you can hear the slight. It's that sound that tin makes if you bend it too much. It gets kind of squeaky. That noise just pervades as Irving follows closely behind, bending pieces of grass.
I think Howard will like motion for him to stop.
Yeah, he realizes it as well as he sees you motion, and he kind of holds stock still, and kind of gives you a nod, like, "All right, I'll keep position here. You move up." I'll
Howard
follow us.
is gonna check the door for traps.
Good idea.
Sure. Boy, give me an alertness check. Or no, sorry, give me a criminology check.
You sure you don't want alertness instead?
Alertness can see on the outside if there's any ringing device. Criminology would be there. Nah, it's safe.
Howard opens that fucking door.
Okay, you open the door and nothing actually
Boom!
happens.
Fireball to the face.
The entire building starts a self-destruct sequence.
Yep, it's 5 seconds left on the clock. What do you do, Hotshot?
We don't know this, but there's like a whole squad of people like 10 miles below us that now has 10 minutes to get out of there.
As you open the door, you see a hallway that leads down further into the building itself. But what immediately strikes you is the smell of rot.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's that cloying, sickly, sweet smell that just pierces inside.
Yeah, Howard's going to like
No, that's not.
try to breathe in his mouth a little bit so he doesn't have to actually smell it.
Okay.
And we'll move inside.
Sure.
It's like the inside of a fucking lizard here.
So, since I don't have a specific hallway, but what this is I'll just freehand it here. What you see in front of you is the hallway that continues on. That there is this down here. There's that you can see, and that you can see as well. So you see two hallways running off to the right and a large area down at the end of the hall.
Okay, well, I guess I'll kind of like get to the corner, look down, just to make sure like there's not anybody over there. And then if there's not, move forward, do the same here. But I kind of want to check out this big room first.
Okay.
If there's nobody in those other two hallways.
Doing a quick scan of the two hallways, you don't see anyone and you don't hear anyone since your alertness is fairly high. You do see that they continue on and that there are two doors. There's a door in each hallway at the end there that are closed. There is a double door at the end here that opens into this section here, but it is currently closed.
Oh, okay. Can I hear anything beyond the door?
Your alertness is pretty high. You don't hear anything over there, but the ever-present smell of decay and death is everywhere in this hallway.
Yeah. I think he's gonna crack open the double doors.
Okay. So, give me a second here. Yes, so that is what you see inside. There is a stained linoleum or tile floor, and there are various pipeworks coming from above. You do see that there are 3 tables, and on one of the tables is this body bag. I'm going to say it's over here. You would be coming in at this section. Doing a quick examination around the room, you see various medical implements in the back, but you do see that there's a doorway here and a doorway here as well.
Okay. Is the body bag closed?
It is.
Is it occupied?
Yeah.
Howard's just gonna go over there, stab that a few times real quick.
Okay. You do. This brownish, blackish, kind of not fluid, but clay comes off on your blade as you pull it out each time.
Okay. Then I think he's gonna look back and motion for Irving to come in and maybe bring the doctor.
Yeah, and he'll wave him in and follow suit.
Okay. Is the doctor coming as well?
Yeah, on the way he'll look for things that he can use as flammable materials to make this whole place go down in flames.
Okay. Are you just walking right to where they are? Or are you
Yes.
pausing for a moment to go into the other rooms?
Oh, you mean on the way up, the 2 rooms to the right?
Correct.
Well, I will have to look at them. Are they actual rooms, or do they lead, is there anything else that they lead to?
Oh, well,
I mean, you
they
see
are...
Irving kinda... Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, you see Irving kind of move up past them a bit strategically, but he only gives a glance, given as Howard's up ahead.
The 2 hallways to the right have doors at the end of each hallway that are closed.
Okay, yeah, good. I mean, he will sort of swing his Tommy gun in the direction and then keep going.
Okay.
To get to the rest of the group, and he will look around if there's wood paneling. In his mind, he's planning how to get this place to burn.
There is no wood paneling.
Yeah.
Sorry, there is wood paneling. Let me rephrase that. My brain is not running on all cylinders at this point. There is wood paneling in various areas that you could
Yeah, I'm hoping these
start a
old
fire with.
German wood beams, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or Polish in this case.
You're unsure.
Interesting. Does this house not look old?
It does look old, but what does
it look German made?
have? Given your heritage, no, it does not.
Okay.
And given what you saw in the village, it does not look Polish either.
Oh, interesting. I try to not think about that too much and only concentrate on what I can burn.
I mean, okay, fair enough.
Does it matter what architectural style this is from? Really?
That is
You tell me?
No, that's entirely up to the doctor.
He just takes a mental note that this house must have been transplanted or we're somewhere else or something, But again, the moment he goes this is weird. He's like, nope. How do I burn this place?
So yes, you see what I described before.
Yeah. So this looks like a lab, right? At this point, or a morgue.
It does look like a morgue.
I mean, he feels right at home, but he doesn't tell anyone that that's the case. I mean, yeah, he did horrific experiments as well, I bet. His occult is 60 at the game start. Any sort of the stuff we usually would collect, but he wants to just get rid of, sort of the books, the flags, the materials.
Oh, that's a good point. Is there anything hanging around in here that sticks out particularly like that?
Is this her place, where she works?
Yeah.
Well, this is just this area. There is a door right here and a door right here as well.
Oh.
Do they have any kind of labeling system or anything?
Not that you can tell.
It says horror that way.
Okay.
Doctor would just quietly look at the other two with like his eyes open, questioningly. What now?
Yeah, Irving would give a bit of a nod. Look to Howard, kind of point to either door. Like which one?
I think Howard is more interested in checking this one first.
Let's do it. As long as you, I don't have to go first.
Yep,
Okay.
Howard will go first.
Okay, so as you open that door, you are, as I have explained before, there is the smell of the embalming fluids, but when you open that door, there is another scent as well. It is a strong mix of various types of chemicals. I'm talking about alcohol, I am talking about any other sterilization, anything like that.
You had me at alcohol.
So is it,
Oh, that
I
fucking
know how to talk
iodine
dirty.
smell, I can just imagine.
is it a room or is it like a closet with a
It's
bunch
a
of
storage
chemicals?
closet for chemicals.
Chemical storage closet.
Ooh.
Might
I
be
wonder if
good
there's-
for burning.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Her doctor is like rubbing his hands together, like that character on this token would.
Yeah. All right, Doctor. If you'd like to get to that, we can check the other door.
Yes, yes.
Then we will check the other door.
Hey.
Okay, so as you go in, you are immediately
Pop the
greeted
door, and I'm on Overwatch.
with a change in setting as well. Let me see here. Oh, I just had him. I don't need the doctor. I need my others. So
I think the doctor would argue as to whether you actually need him or not. That's for sure. You don't realize how smart he is.
do you know who you're talking to?
Christ.
I need to speak to your manager, yada, yada, yada. So, there we go. You're immediately greeted with a, not large, but a semi-sizable study.
Yeah.
There is a bed in this corner here. As you look around the door frame, it's right there. It's a small bed. But for the most part, it appears relatively unattended. And there are various tinctures, books, tools, implements, things like that inside.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Howard, I assume, pops in first, and Irving's kind of on Overwatch. He'll kind of follow you into the room and start looking for anything that looks like important documents, usually, first, and then...
Howard is not going to look at anything, but
Okay.
he is going to take books and any other important documents and kind of put them away in like a bag or something.
Okay.
Nice.
You have about half a minute before the doctor comes in with like a beaker of alcohol or a canister of alcohol, because they had them back then already, right? For their cars. Something large enough, and starts just dousing everything. And if he sees any of you like usual, let's look for useful stuff, like for example he finds Howard like stuffing something into a bag, he will pretty loudly say 9999999, and he walks over and he actually like grabs it out of your hand, throws it on the ground, and pours alcohol over and says, I said we're burning all this shit. And you agreed. He pointed at him, or points at him.
Yeah, that's fine.
No
Okay.
more skin wearing of friends. That shit stops now and here.
So, quick perusal of the room. There is a book, same as in the others, but there also is what appears to be feld posts, as well as what looks like a letter that appears to be frayed at the edges, but
I mean, that's definitely the type of thing Irving would be looking for, is any kind of, like, correspondence.
okay.
Yeah, I think correspondence is better than the magical book of the Necronomicon, right? Like that shit needs to burn, but letters might potentially lead us to the next person.
Yeah, this is the type. I mean, these kind of documents are what
Yes,
I mean. When I
and
say
that I think
sure.
a doctor after reviewing would be okay with keeping.
Okay, you find those two.
Oh, let's read
Documents.
through those.
Interesting.
Oh.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, the musician, huh? And when he says expulsion from this country, we know he's in what? Norway? Finland?
Sweden.
Sweden, he's in Sweden. So he's saying he might get expelled from Sweden, huh?
Wow.
Maybe through the war, right? Just kicking out the Germans.
To find it. Interesting. So Einar is hunting them? Is that what I'm getting?
You can give me an intelligence check. Or, you know what, actually, you are Sigint, aren't you?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you can give me Sigint.
for sure. Oh, here we go. There it is. Nice.
Okay. Reading that, you kind of remember that there was a fallout between the Karotechia, Heinrich Himmler, as well as the Le Coeur d'Or. That
Yeah.
that the envoy came and took key members of the Karotechia away from them and converted them over to Le Coeur d'Or. But even though the air doctor said that Teresia had what kind of cut ties with the Karotechia, this documentation kind of lets you key in like, well, that seems weird. It doesn't seem like he's hunting them, but maybe that Teresia was having members of the Karotechia that might have still been loyal to her spy on him.
Oh.
Because if you remember, Bastian Eigner, as well as Teresia, were in the super soldier part of the program.
Okay.
So
sorry, a lot of my issues is because I'm so bad with remembering which names are which.
No, that's fine. They are at odds within the same department, if you will.
That makes sense. I think I get it. Sweet. Oh,
Okay, so these we would keep because they are of no. I mean, they're of use to us to kill the rest of them or get to the
Yeah.
rest of them. But the actual like her research, her doctor has an interest in destroying that.
I think Irving totally agrees in this case. Because of like the fucked up shit we saw, he is totally down for like not
Like that's just not okay. Yeah.
talking about this,
Yeah.
right? As much as he normally would.
And attached with that, sorry, not attached to that, but with the Swiss mail, you see on the sides there that it was probably taped to something. And a quick skim around the office, it appears to have been attached to a case. Opening that quick, it looks like that there were records in there.
Yeah.
Music records, right?
Correct.
Ooh.
But the music
And-
we had heard were. Do we know these? Like these are Wagner,
Yes.
Mozart, Beethoven, that kind of stuff, or is this like unholy music from the other dimension?
Well, some of them you would recognize. Others you don't quite understand. Quite are keyed into. Like Chopin, Beethoven.
Yeah.
But some of the others you're not entirely sure where those.
The moment,
those
like,
pieces
the
came
doctor
from.
sees a few like records that he can't really identify, he remembers, and he actually says it out loud again in this like butchered fake accent. Your curiosity is not worth your sanity, and then pours alcohol over.
On the side of the box, it does show the stamp work of the Swiss Opera House, the Swiss Symphonic Orchestra.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah,
It will until
I
it
think.
burns.
Yeah, I mean, I think for Irving's part, he's just gonna go along with Howard and sweep the rest of the building. If
Okay.
we've got this room cleared.
Moving to the other rooms, once again, you are immediately greeted with another similar morgue setting. However, on this side over here, what takes you back is the pieces of what appear to be an offsen. One of the marionettes. A quick examination of the table shows that it was used not recently because there is dried blood all around it. But there is a connection between the table and the offsen that you're not entirely sure what it is. And you don't know if you want to think too hard about it.
Yeah, this is creepy. So wait, I think I missed something with the mannequin. You said there was...
Pieces of that.
Yeah, so pieces of it. Yeah, okay.
Yep, it looks like it could be fully assembled.
Oh, no.
There's nothing missing, but it is sitting over there disassembled currently.
So, God damn it. I know I shouldn't, but Irving is going to think about it. Extensively. He's going to think about it, and then he's going to think about it some more. He's going to think about the fact that, well, if she's doing all this shit to make these corpses that can kind of just keep fucking going, and these tin men, man, they just keep going.
Give me an int check.
Fuck. Uh-oh. I'm not too smart. I don't know.
There's something there. If you can sit there and think about it harder if you want, but there is a definite connection.
Yeah, he's thinking about it. I said I was going to think about it some more.
All right.
But
give me that sand check then.
Yeah, I think there's also the fact that he's now relating this to kind of the fucking weird place in the mountain and the metal over there, and now the tin men were in that place too. So that means now he's curious if there's a greater tie between the two places.
The doctor comes in, starts dousing
just
things.
them being in here.
Sure.
Yeah, you see him. He seems to be like kind of lost in thought. It seems like.
You can give me a sand check there. Thank you. So
Well
with
done.
that, it's
Sorry.
one. It's one in unnatural. It's oh god. You recall Thaddeus pointing out that there was a port on the back of the offsen's head, the marionette's head, and as you spin it around, that port's there, and it's almost as if, in thinking about it real long and hard. Wait. What if she used the mask and the point of the mask to utilize the memories, if you will, of fallen soldiers to put them into the offsen?
Ooh.
So Thaddeus also pointed out that the material that was leaking from the offsen was brain matter.
That's right, yeah. Oh, fuck. She's doing some...
Thinking about it long and hard, she took the brains out of fallen soldiers and put them in the marionettes.
Uh-oh. Yeah, everything kind of falls into place. And at first, there's that kind of disturbance, that concern, that worry. But then there's, like, this kind of weird relief of, oh, in the strangest kind of way, this makes sense, and nothing else has, so I think I'm okay with it. I'm going to move on.
However you rationalize it.
I'm not going to tell her, I'm not going to talk about it, I'm not going to think about it, I'm just going to move on.
Okay.
The doctor will smash that head. If he finds that head while he's dousing the room, he will smash it. He will make sure that that brain is mush.
Okay. You dent it really solidly, nothing comes out.
Okay. In that case, he sort of shrugs and then douses pieces of the room that he thinks might catch fire properly.
Okay.
Yeah, probably see it on the way out. I'm thinking, man.
As you move
I don't
into
have
the
the
last
brains in it.
morgue, the decay here is present more than ever. Bricks are piled up underneath the table. The roof is caving in. This one, it also appears to have been used. This one more recently than the last. The blood appears to be tacky and not flaking, but you do not see a body.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, so these are all shut pretty tight, or any of them open? Or?
You can go and open one up.
I don't think he wants to do that.
Uh,
I think he's going to leave it.
Okay.
Unless there's any like hanging open, I think he's going to just like.
No, they all appear to be sealed.
I think these are pretty. Yeah. He
Okay.
has a good enough idea of what would be in there.
What's Howard doing?
He's just following along, looking around.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I assume the doctor comes in and splishy splashes around?
Yep.
All right. With that, you have gathered everything that you have needed. Do you light the place up?
Yeah, he does. He uses all his science knowledge, crafting knowledge together to make sure that the place does not remain standing.
Okay. Yeah, with that, you're able to find key points to put the accelerant on in structural areas and burn the building
Nice.
down.
Thank you.
It goes up pretty quick, but the upsetting thing to you and to everyone that's around there is, even though the smell is there of the chemicals and the decay, you get the smell of hot metal wafting from the building itself.
Sure. But we're leaving in
Like,
slow motion with the flames behind us, right? Like in a hero movie?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So as you make your way back down, you let's see, is it there? I think it was there. Yeah, it was there. As you make your way back down to the forest area, make your way back towards the village, coming upon the scene where the carriage was, there's no bodies there.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's
Irving
yeah.
turns with his eyes wide to the doctor. Oh no. No, this is not good. Where
Well,
did you
think about it this way. At the speed that I saw them clawing their way across the ground, it would take them about 42 months to claw their way through the canal to England, and by that time, hopefully, we are in America.
Question. When you say no bodies, you mean none of the bodies, including the lady, right?
No, that's gone. Looking around, like, you saw that they were flailing about and crawling through the dirt. Like,
By the lady, I mean the, what's her name? With the man.
Teresia? Yeah,
Teresia?
no. Yeah, they're all gone.
Do we see tracks?
You can give me a search check.
At the time, she was dead, though, right?
She was
At
dead.
the time. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. She's just gone now.
Well, did you say this was alertness? Or...
Search.
I didn't even
Yay.
realize search was a specific skill.
Mhm.
Okay, so as you kind of look around, Howard and the doctor, everything appears to be muddled. Like, you can tell that there was a combat here, but other than that, the tracks appear confusing mess to you. Irving, what you notice is that, as I explained before, those corpses were moving around. Like, you were clawing, they were gyrating, they were still moving, even though they didn't pose an immediate threat to you. The thing that upsets you, however, is that they stop. There's no drag marks in the ground. There's nothing to indicate that they would have crawled away. Like, you look around a good 5 feet radial around this area, they're not there. They're gone. But what your search also shows you is that there are pieces, like small little chunks, left on the ground.
Ooh, like how small are we talking? Are we talking
like 1 to 2 inches.
Do they look torn or cut or?
They look torn.
Ooh. So would Irving maybe be able to? They were biting at us, right? Is there
They
like
were.
excess gore around the area, or?
No,
Just
that's the upsetting part, is that it's cleaned off except for these few pieces of flesh.
Weird. Yeah, Irving kind of looks to the both of you. Look, I don't know what the hell's going on, but this is bizarre.
Yes, very much.
There's
But
just,
she was very dead, so...
well, listen, that might not. Where did you shoot her? Like,
And then he sort of points at the rib cage, and then a bit up from the rib cage, and then again a bit up from the rib cage. It's like several times. I hit her at least 3 times.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
She was very dead.
But did you shoot her in the head?
No. Why?
The Tin Man back at the. I know you said not to look into stuff, but it's people's brains. They're putting the brains of the soldiers in the Tin Man.
Okay. I understand. Next time we destroy the brain, I understand. Can we please get out of here? It is very, it is unsettling, and I would like to return to outside this country.
Hey. Let's go. You're right. We should just move. Let's go. Yeah, and he kind of turns and lingers, looking at those chunks of flesh, thinking, wanting to think, but not wanting to think, and kind of just trying to push it down.
Okay, yeah, you can all continue on back to the village.
Is that the best way out?
Whatever works, I guess.
No, I mean,
However
isn't the
we-
village dangerous, perhaps? Like, do we not have an exfil plan? Like, go west for 5 miles, meet XYZ people, get out the plan, get out
You
of
would
the
have,
plan?
we must
you
have
would
had
have had an
some-
extraction plan, yes. I'm just,
Didn't
I
we-
don't, do you want to check back on the village, or are you saying fuck it?
Oh no, me as a player, and I think also Herr Doctor himself wouldn't want to go back to the town that potentially might still be half full of hostiles.
Okay.
Yeah, Irving's pretty. I don't know. He's very conflicted at the current moment because he's kind of actually worried about some of the people left there. If there's more of those monsters around.
Oh yeah, oh no, monsters in some forest in Poland, very far away from us.
Yeah.
Herr Doctor would be vehemently. He wouldn't use that word because it's a $5 word, but he would say, seriously, we're not going back to their fucking test site, we're leaving.
Shit. All right. You all think so? Just go then.
We did the mission, we burnt down the lab, we killed the woman, we grabbed the mask. We're getting out of here, yes? There's a whole world war going on, soldier. You can't save everybody.
Yeah, Irving kind of looks back off down the path towards the village. Of course, far, far away still at this point, I imagine. Fine. Just, I've got a bad feeling it's going to come back for us somehow. The face of that thing before I shot it, I don't know. Alright, let's go then.
Howard, you're all for extraction?
I don't think Howard would be, but it's getting pretty late, and Emma, the player, is pretty tired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking as well, honestly, is I was worried about that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair.
I was like,
I think
I also
Howard
think
follows
like,
along.
No, I understand. So, as you all make your way to the extraction point, over the next few weeks, it is a long and arduous process, but you do make your way back to London, back to home, back to safety, maybe. Along the way, though, however, your dreams haunt you. They're upsetting. The sound of the gears is ever present in your nights as well as your daytimes. Doctor, as you wake up in a cold sweat one night, you look over to your nightstand, and there are documents that you don't remember putting there before you went to bed.
Yeah. Do they have a stamp on them or anything?
They do. It's real hard to read it without getting a real bad headache, but
I don't read them, because I've tried that with a book before and decided that that's not for me to read.
Okay. And no matter where you leave them...
No, I burn them right away.
Okay, you burn them.
And then I'll talk to my friends about it. So I'll talk to Howard and Irving if we're like on a ship, for example, at the time, right? Or in a hotel. Like the next morning he would ask them, has any one of you put some weird documents on my desk? Night desk?
Howard just kind of like looks at you.
I can't read them. They are the same bullshit as these books we keep collecting, and I don't appreciate the joke.
That ain't us. Those are gonna keep showing up.
That is what? It just appears out of nothing?
As far as I've experienced, yeah. They're immigration papers. At least that's what they were for me.
Where are you going?
I wasn't planning on going anywhere. I can't read where it says the destination is.
Well then, you know what? We have just found the world's first unlimited fuel supply.
They don't show up that often, so I don't know how useful.
No, I'm just saying, fuck them. Whoever is sending these, I will burn them every time, and I will take joy out of seeing it burn.
Howard just kind of nods. That ain't a bad idea.
It will remind me of the time we burned the lab of Theresia Sitz.
And every night you do that, and every night they show up again and again and again, Herr Doctor.
Yep. It's unlimited fuel supply now for him, right?
And yeah, your dreams are what troubles you the most, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Between
Yeah.
waking and
Sleep is important.
sleep. You are once again in that city. You can hear it all around you. You feel it. The humidity in the air, it's pleasant, but it still sticks slightly to your skin. The scent of spices and the bodies around you as you begin to feel that suffocation take hold. You cannot get air, and as your hand travels up the pillar and reaches what feels like a mask, you pull it up to your face, and that's when you wake up, Herr Doctor. And for Irving, your fingers just gently, briefly touch the mask, and you get that sweet intake of air almost before you wake up. But Howard, at this point, your dreams have progressed to where you grab the mask and you put it on, and you open up your eyes, and they take just a moment to adjust. It's too much all at once because you've been in the darkness for so long, but behind you, you feel this presence. And in your ear, it leans down and it says, "Welcome to..." And you wake up. And that's where we're going to end it.
Nice.
Hey.